What's up? What's up? What's up? It's
Hey
GT
everybody,
Junior, and
Mike's Organic Gardening.
yeah, we came to bring y'all a little thing about hydroponics today and indoor gardening. Hey there, my Renaissance grandma. Uh, Hopefully, too much of my background noise isn't in the background. If you hear it, mic too loud, let me know and I can make my adjustments.
That sounds good on mine.
Okay, okay. So I was gonna do this live last week, but I couldn't because my car was having issues ever since
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. Yeah, yeah, ever since Saturday, I have had to spend more and more time. Okay, I had to spend more and more time going outside to try to start my car. So it's been a rough road. Finally, I had to get a battery. Then I had to get it installed. Now I've had that battery for 6 years, but I am here now. Um, yeah, so there's 13 comments in here. I can't read it from this far away. I don't know what I was thinking about. Hold on,
You need
y'all. Let
to
me make these. Go ahead, Mike.
what you need to do is wait for like a good Black Friday sale and get a
Mm-hmm.
TV and then hang that in your garage so you can like see the chat all big and then use the new TV for the family. That way you can make the excuse that you all get a nice new TV. I'm just taking the old one.
I have a TV right there. Will you?
Okay, it's that small you can't see it. You can't see the chat.
I didn't turn it on. No, I ain't. What? What you? Oh, oh, I need
Yeah,
the
yeah.
internet
Use the
access
TV as
right there.
use the TV as a monitor.
Okay. Well, it's on all the way on the other side of the garage, so I could. I'm gonna put one right here. What? Oh,
Yeah,
Mike, appreciate you.
yeah.
That's
You'll be
what's up.
a professional broadcaster.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to adjust this music so y'all can hear it in the background. Still a little too loud. Trying to get it just to where it's barely a hum. So we're gonna say hello to everyone in the chat. Oh man, got people up in here.
Yeah, let's say hi to
Y'all,
everybody.
mhm. It's been snowing all day, y'all. All day long. I took me a nap. Took me an old
Mm.
man nap. I had to. Oh, it felt so good. I woke up twice thinking that I was missing something. And I was like, what's going on at 5 o'clock? And then my wife, she told me, she's like, you got a lie. I said, oh,
Yeah, so check
Carol.
this out. It was like 50 degrees on 50 degrees Thursday, and then it was like Friday. It was 45, and then overnight it snowed like a lot, like 2 inches of snow, and then today is back up to like 40 something. So all the snow melted,
Oh,
and then
wow.
tomorrow is going to be 65.
What in the world? Your zone four
It's
look
crazy.
different than mine, man. My zone
Yeah, mine
four
is like
is it's I don't even know the
yours is
temperature.
yours is
I
yours
haven't
is,
looked.
yours is proper. See, I would actually prefer that because at least your stuff's still sleeping. My stuff is all woke up. It's snowed on, so it's gonna die. Then it's gonna wake up. It's gonna snow, and it's gonna die again. It's a
Yeah, the
mess.
consistency matters on anything that you do. So, in the chicken coop, it's 35, 37, and 30 degrees. And that's because I have monitors out there. So, but it's been snowing all day. Like, I got up, I seen all the snow, and I said, no, I think I'm gonna lay back down. So I made me some cinnamon rolls in the oven. Got a video for that, but
Oh man,
yeah,
that
I took a
sounds good.
nap after that. Man, that was fat boy territory, man. That mug was so good. Yeah, but I made a
Yeah,
video for it. I just ain't edited and put it together yet.
nice. Yeah, I was like, man, I want something sweet. I'm not like a real sweets person. And I couldn't figure out what
Hmm.
I wanted, so I just ended up having groceries delivered. I had them deliver me those little pint things, small things, are like the Ben and Jerry's chunky monkey ice cream.
Oh, I
I
could
was like,
dig it.
oh yeah. So like after a while,
Yeah. I don't have no room in my freezer for ice cream. I was telling my wife last week, I was watching Mona sifting with some soil. Um, and she was eating something. Her and the crew, I don't know whose channel I was on, but I was watching them and they was eating food and I wanted ice cream so bad. And I was delivering, so it was like I'm at the store, but I don't have any room. So we got to start eating a little bit more of that food in the first freezer. Yeah.
oops,
Say
Gmama needs the link.
hello. Oh, um,
Did you
it's the
email it to me?
same link. Gmom, it's the same link, but I can redo it to you. Hold on. Yeah, I think I know. G Mama, do you want me to send it to your email or do you want me to send it to your? Hold on a second, Mike. You got it right.
Yep, I got you.
All right, then I'm gonna be back.
All right. So how's everybody else's weather going on right now? Like I said, mine is just all over the place, and it'll be that way until June. We've had snow in June in Minnesota before, but then sometimes we have it to where it'll be 100 degrees. We had 107 degrees one time in April, but then it went back to cold again.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out, man.
All right. I haven't even had my coffee today. So in gardening news, in indoor gardening news on my end, I transplanted that tomato, the full size tomato, over into that tote where I had my fig tree, and that thing is just going crazy. It's like halfway up now. So it went from like a foot tall to now it's like 3 feet tall, and it's already flowering, and I think it might be getting some tomatoes already. If I don't have my coffee, sometimes I will get a headache. That's the only downside to it. You kind of get, your brain gets wired to use it. That's why, like, I'm kind of dragging right now. So I'm like, normally I have my cup,
Hmm. I can dig
my
it.
go juice,
Mhm. Yeah, I had got mine's. What was I doing? I was doing
mushroom
that
stuff.
mushroom coffee. Yeah, tastes like burnt stuff.
I can't. Mm-mm. Nope. It
I
sounds
ain't
like
got
a good
used to
good idea, but
it. I was worried about my cortisol levels or something like that. And I ain't do no research on it. And G Mom, I sent that to you though. Um, yeah, I had. If you want me to send you a different way, G Mama, just let me know. Yeah, I ran out of it, so I don't have any. So I'll just make me some regular coffee when I do get back to coffee. Because I had to stop drinking coffee like that because I was having issues, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be addicted to this. So I slowed it down with the coffee. But then as I, see I need more energy, I have to jump back on the coffee. And it's just my It's my little booster. Yeah. But let me see who's all up in here. Carol, hey there. South Florida Sunshine. Hello, hello. Knee City Garden Rookie. Hey there. How are you? Hope all is well. I turned it the other way and now I'm stuck. Okay, now.
There you go.
True for All Podcast. Hello, hello.
There you
Nana.
go.
Hey there.
Yeah, I saw FR said
Tigsy.
yesterday. That was nice.
What's that?
Oh, FR said she's setting up her third unit now.
Who that?
FR Humphrey.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, but then I got busy. Yeah, I had to do my notes. My second job, they want the notes done the day that the services are rendered. You get normally 3 days um, to be compliant, but I had to go ahead and get that done. Yeah, I see, man. She made me so happy. It's like, she used a funnel, and it's like, you know, she's just now joining, but because she joined, you know, it's like, okay, I might well just go ahead and put my funnel over there because I have I have three. One of them say just water, and I'm gonna use one for the hydroponic system because I'm always filling water, and I put it in a different what's that called? Put it in a different jug. I use my little Wally World thing. It's a gallon, but nah, I'm gonna use the funnel. So it just shows you that contributing to the the live of man, I got distracted real quick. Contributing to WIG can help someone out. So I'm glad that she did join. Yeah, FR Humphrey. Yeah, she in here.
Yes.
Oh, what's up, FR? Okay, let's
So
see
for
who
me,
else is
coffee,
in here.
I can
So,
sleep when I drink coffee, but it does help me to like like focus up a little bit when I'm like trying to multitask. But
mm,
that's it. I don't get like jittery or I don't get like hyper.
mm, man, I get two cups of coffee, man. It's over for me, man. Two
I
big
wish I
cups.
got that kind of energy. I'd be getting all
Woo.
kinds of stuff done.
I still don't do that, man.
Oh, you, you
The
need to get like
ADHD
200
won't
minutes,
let me
right?
complete no tasks.
Like 1,000, start 1,000 tasks, finish none.
Yeah, man, that's my life. My wife said you got too much going on. I be trying though. I do.
So South Florida Sunshine asked me what I feed my pigs. Anything special? I feed them the same plant food solution I feed everything else, but I add a little molasses to it and I add a little kelp emulsion, and that makes them real happy. I get like pigs just pop up like the next day.
Hmm. Nisha says, "Hey there, how are you?" Let's see who else came in here. So I am on. All right. Thank you for coming over, Carol. Okay, she's gonna keep it running. And Bob Humphrey is here. I'm going to be watching from the big screen. Need my hands right now. Okay, TG is watching from the big screen. TG! Goodness gracious, FR said it's 82 degrees there. Whoa!
Shoot, I would die, especially coming from where
Oh,
I'm at now. Like 65 is gonna be. I'm gonna be sitting up there sweating.
65 is like my happy medium, man. 65, 70. That's my happy like place right there, man. Especially um with the greenhouse, it's gonna amplify that sunshine. So
Oh
I
yeah,
think we're
big
gonna
green.
have a good one. We're gonna have a good summer this year. I hope.
I just
Miss
want to.
J.K. Gardner.
I
Go
just
ahead,
want
man.
to. I just want to even summer for once. We last like 4 or 5. So it's either been frozen to like crazy hot, like 102, 104, or it's been bone dry, or like last year it rained like pretty much every day until I mean, but like gloomy rain, not like just like Florida. Like Florida people are lucky. They get like a rain. It'll be sunshine, beautiful. It'll rain for like half hour, and then it'll be beautiful back to sunshine. You never knew it even rained. It just fed
Mm,
their plant. Where here, it rains. It's gloomy. It's like London or something. It's like England, where it's that gloomy, cold rain, and you just like want to just go
mhm.
back. You just want to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
had that for 3 months. So that's why I didn't get any peppers outside
Mm,
last summer because it was just wasn't the right temperature. And then when we finally did get some sun and heat, it was too hot. And of course, peppers. People always say peppers love heat. Peppers don't like heat. Peppers like 75 to 80 degrees max. Then they'll grow and produce. But as soon as it cools down, then they start showing off. It'll drop down to 60s, and my peppers started to flower, but it was too late. It was like the season was over.
yeah, and that's part of um, what is a time fluctuation that activates something in the plant senses. The same thing is present, I believe, with the indoor plants, because I had questions about my lemon tree. My lemon tree, um, Miss Shirley OG has a lemon tree inside her garage, and I think she has like 5 lemons, but I have 0 lemons. I went in there, I fertilized it, I gave it some water, and I was like, should I turn up the heat? I mean, should I turn up um, the light intensity, but there's 3 lights in there, and they are able to utilize at least 2 of them. Um, so I'm like, maybe it's the I'm not giving it I'm giving it too much light, maybe. So I got to dive into that. But yeah, and that's the reason why I got these different grow tents is because they're going to have different requirements. Like those are just for my dragon fruit. Then this is supposed to be for my feed cuttings. I'm supposed to throw those in there. That's the most. It's like I got all these tents and they're supposed to service a certain purpose, but they're all on the same timer. And it's like no, you're supposed to doctor this up for that environment. Then I'm like, okay, do I add a humidifier in this tent right here for these? So I'm still trying to figure it out. I really want to get a lemon inside. That lemon tree was $125, I believe. Improved Meyer.
See, that's a hurt.
Yeah, our nurseries, a lot of our nurseries, not all, but a lot of the ones that I have visited, they bust you across the head with a bag of nickels for them plants, especially for the
Right.
indoor plants like that. So, I see some people that are able to utilize Tractor Supply and some of those other places. We don't have access to that. So they could play all in our face and, you know,
Right.
call it
Well, that's what
magic.
like I'll see in the South. They'll go like, "Oh, I saw a fig tree, at on sale for $5 at my Lowe's or wherever." And here it's like 35, 45 bucks for that same fig tree because they know
For
they got
sure.
us. They got us over a barrel because well, am I going to drive to Florida? No. So they charge whatever they want.
Yeah, that's the truth of the matter. They can charge what
Okay,
they
we got
want.
a we have a question that I keep don't want to miss is Treasure asks how often do you fertilize your plants? I do the same inside as outside. I do pretty much every 10 to 12 days. More if they're like fruiting, and then, like if it's like corn. Corn wants to be fed like almost daily, and it's super like nitrogen hungry. But like typically the rules for inside and outside are the same. I'll let GT get this on. I'm sure G Mom when she gets on, she'll have some thoughts.
Okay, so how it works is for mines, um, like I have a couple of these indoor hydroponic stations. Okay, so with each one, they're different. Like I have one where I use a quarter of a strength, and it's because it's the beginning stages of their life cycle. So they only get a quarter strength when I fill up that particular one. But then I have another one that has melons in it and other stuff in here that I haven't showed y'all yet. But that one there, it gets like between half and 3/4 of of a thing because it's going into flower and they have a lot of leaves and stuff. So it's just like with the garden, like Mike was saying. It det- what determines that is what season are your what the life of the plant has a particular periods. So with those particular periods is how you feed your plants. From my If we go, we got somebody up in here. She's finna come to the stage. Oh, did I not push it yet? Oh, this one right here. Let me just see a drop of water coming in. I see you, girl.
Can you hear me?
We can hear
Yeah, we
you
can
now.
hear
What
you.
up? What you do,
Hey,
mama?
what's going on? What's going on, Mike?
Hey, G Mama.
What's going on, chat? My
You
apologies
good?
for being late, but yeah, I couldn't even find my phone and it's like low. I can't see the
Oh,
chat at all
okay. So I sent you want me to send it to your email again?
because I'm on. Yeah, that way I can get on my laptop and get off my phone. I thought you
All
saying
right.
that. You ain't see that? Is you behind in the chat?
Oh, girl, I ain't even started the chat basically. I'm about to
Oh,
say, hey,
heck.
JK Gardner. She had posted a video. Her first video was WIG, so I watched that. So, hey, that JK Gardner, this was like a month ago or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know if she
Yeah,
posted
I
another
gotta
one.
catch up. And I've been
Me
going
too.
through some things with my WIG. Oh my goodness. I done discovered a new disease.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
mm, okay, okay.
To break it down for us.
Yeah, cause
I ain't,
you researching.
I ain't
Mm-hmm.
hear you.
I
I
said you
said
have to
you
break
be
it down for us.
researching. Yeah, both of those. Because when it happens to me, I just shrug my shoulders. Oh well.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah, I've
just
been
break it.
looking this up. I've been looking this up. It's downy mildew. I never had it before. I had powdery
Oh,
mildew, but I
oh, okay,
never
yeah.
had
You
downy
said you had
mildew.
powder.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
You say what's the difference?
Yes.
Downy mildew is more of a leaf disease where the leaves start turning yellow, then they get speckly, then they start to fade away and wither, and then eventually the whole plant dies.
Okay.
When I was doing my hashtag WIG, I was starting my cucumbers and I noticed that my fertilizer, well, I thought that my fertilizer was splashing my leaves and causing damage. But as it
Mm.
progressed and I'm looking and the leaves started to fall off, I'm like, wait a minute, why are the leaves falling off? I looked it up and then I looked it up again and I took pictures and then I found out it was downy mildew.
Okay.
And it is a spore, so it did go to my winged beans, and I just took my wing bean down. I'm finna sterilize that pot, and I am gonna start again. So yeah, it's a whole thing. I never had that issue before, and it was devastating. Like wow.
Mm. Yeah, I had one of my pepper plants just decided to it was like literally within like 4 hours. I looked at the pepper plant, because I'm always looking at my plants in my grow room. Um, and I looked over and I'm like, what in the world? And it was all just drooping and sad. And I'm like, okay, maybe I ran out of water, because I had, these cracky
Right?
containers. So and they drink it fast when they get to a certain size. So I'm like, oh man, so I ran over and I'm like, no, this thing's full. I just filled all these. And it was just flopping, the leaves are dropping off and everything. And I was like, okay,
Did you
well,
have an aerator in that on that pepper?
no, not when I'm doing
Okay.
planting.
And that's
I
probably
believe.
why it happened so fast. Because if you would have had an aerator, the plant would have made it a little bit longer. Because my
Mm,
cucumbers, they don't have an aerator and they went down quick.
right. Yeah, I was like, what in the world? My easy fix is what I use. I just pull every leaf off of it and stuck it in the corner. And if it comes back, cool. If not, it goes in the garbage. And I start a new one. But yeah, I mean, all the other plants around it. other peppers on it, everything is just looking beautiful and happy. And I'm like, what is your
Right.
problem? What is wrong with you, plant? Because every other plant around it was beautiful and happy, and they
Mm,
all get the same
Okay, I
light,
think I
same
just got the
same
link.
food, everything. Yeah, I was like, come on now. Hey,
yeah.
Boozy, like Kanisha.
So we
I'm looking.
can,
I think I just got the link.
yes, you did, and that's the reusable link. So anytime that I go live, if you feel like you want to jump on, you definitely can have that until my subscription
Oh, we
goes
is
out.
fancy.
I
Hmm.
We is
paid money for this,
fancy.
so y'all can always stream to yours as well. So that option is always going to be available. But
Oh,
yeah,
is
that
it now?
yeah,
Okay, hang on.
it
Let
costs
me
two
come
hundred some
in on the
dollars a
other one.
year. All
Let me
right.
come in on the other one.
Okay, well, hold it down until you get back.
Yeah, yeah, that link it costs $200 to do that. So I'm like, if anybody could benefit from it, that I have a good relationship with. Hey, get it in how you live it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're gonna say hello again because I got distracted again. Say hello, and let's see who else. I see G Mama's in there.
Yes, hello, everybody.
Taz, I think J51. I mean 5815. Hello, hello. Okay. We dealt with that with the freezers this winter, first time in a long time. This this south, okay. Yeah, the inconsistencies are here, and it seems like everyone is experiencing that. I heard a couple of YouTubers say that some of their flowers had showed themselves, and now you know, it got cold, so that
Right.
fruiting cycle is over. There are certain plants, perennial plants, as far as fruit trees, that do, have a second wave, from what I understand. But that's what I'm saying, y'all. Y'all got to get with this indoor gardening.
Right.
Whether you're using hydroponics soil, you got to get with this. You got to learn it because it's getting to where it's like y'all, this stuff is getting unrecognizable. My son
Hey, Miss
had
Kia.
grabbed, hey, Miss Kia Park.
Yes.
Oh, what's up, Miss Kia Park? Yeah, my son had got some noodles. He was like, "Oh, Dad, I got these. Can I have these for lunch?" And he knew I don't like him eating the noodles because they have a lot of salt content. And I just turned around. I turned it around. I see. I was like, "What? Do you see this?" I was like, "You do chemistry." I said, "Look at this in the bag." So he looked and he was like, "Yeah, it's the seasoning pack. I didn't drink the broth and all this other stuff." So yeah, we got to learn how to do this indoor. Indoor is going to help us. Not just because we're in cold locations. Everybody should um, try to peek your head in and figure out what's good with it. Okay. Everyone is
Okay, Miss
speaking.
JK. Miss JK's talking about the powdery mildew, the downy mildew.
Hmm.
Use the Bacillus lactose. What you grow out the box talking about it. I don't know the science stuff of it, but the milk powder stuff will cure the downy mildew. You can also use a baking soda solution, a little bit of baking soda and water, but you don't, it's got salt, so you don't want to go crazy with it. But you just put it on the leaves a little bit, and that sometimes will help take care of it. Hey, bro.
What up, bro?
Hey, hey, sweet Tom. Hey, Wanda.
Who?
We got a bunch of people rolling in. We got Sweet Time, who's formerly known as Sweet Thumb, is in the house. We got Broke. We got El Wanda. We got Gui, of course. I
Oh,
believe I said hi to Gui.
wow. We got all y'all up in here. We appreciate y'all coming in. If y'all have any questions, please put those in the comment section. You can make them big, possibly. I don't know if I have uh, the lock on there where you can't make stuff big. But yeah, ask away. We got some questions that we want to ask y'all, or just inform y'all about some of the questions that have been rolling around the internet. So we're going to present those and see if y'all agree or disagree. We're going to add our own commentary to that. Okay, G1 was back. Hold on.
Yeah. Speaking of that, let me go see
Oh
if my
man.
printer finally printed those questions out that you sent.
All right.
Because I can't look at my. See, they make things harder than easier. I can't read the questions on my tablet as they present it as like a picture.
I
So
can't
I had to
read the
print them out
questions at all because that link
from my
did not
old.
work.
No, it didn't even print. Come on, printer.
I've been
See,
trying
the
to
printer.
get on every since I clicked on that link. When I clicked on the
Uh,
link, it looked like I was in the studio. Then when I clicked off on my phone and clicked onto the link on my laptop, it said the live ended 2 hours ago. I'm like, wait a minute, what? So yeah, that link didn't work. I'm back on my phone again.
Uh,
well, I got one page printed, but that's it.
I'm
That's all
finna
right.
try to see the chat on my laptop though. So
Okay,
give me
I'm
a
gonna
minute.
figure it out. Sorry.
smart.
Maybe. Sorry, y'all. I don't mean to be holding y'all up.
No, you
No, no
good.
problem.
This is part of the live. This is
I
real
done
life.
missed
It's
half the
human.
doggone show.
No, good. We going like forever and ever and ever
All right, Alpha, Alpha.
ever. Okay, so we're gonna try to figure out how to send this to G Mama. I thought I did it, but I obviously did.
Yeah, it said
Nice.
that live ended. But hang on, I might can still come on my laptop so I can see the question. Maybe because my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Hey, yes, it's nice.
Uh-oh, I guess I'm here. Hey, y'all, if you have not clicked that like button, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Wait, is it me? Can you hear me?
I
Oh
hear you
man, I
both.
messed up.
Huh?
I'll be
Did you mute
back.
yourself?
Y'all go ahead. Please help do the chat. I gotta figure out what's
Okay.
going on. I done messed myself up now.
Can you hear me,
Y'all
Mike?
hold it down, please.
Yeah, I hear you, Jamal.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you, GT.
So, hello, everyone that I couldn't speak to because I couldn't see and couldn't enter into the chat. And uh-oh, our host is having a little technical issue, but I
He'll be
think
back.
I have pulled up the chat. Yes. All right.
All right.
Yes, we
We
can hear
were.
everyone. Thank you, Bougie. Hello, y'all. I'm just catching up. If I missed any questions, please repeat because, yeah, I'm just getting here.
Yeah, we got the brains in the house now. He can answer questions for you.
Oh, Mike. We all on the same game here. Let's grow, indoor crew. But
I just know what not to do, and even then, I'm wrong some a lot of times.
hey, bro, Gui, growing what I eat. Yes, it's a mess. Unique's garden. Hello. South Florida sunshine. Hello. Welcome in, everyone. F.R. Humphrey. Okay, maybe I can scroll in the chat. I can't type
Interesting.
though. That's unfortunate. But at
Uh-oh.
the same time, I can talk. I don't need to type. What the world?
True. All right. While we're
So,
waiting on GT, anybody want a sneak peek? Uh, how do I call it? Show and tell.
sure.
All right. Hold on. But
And
up and
I
down
keep
off my
my
plate.
eye on the chat.
All right.
Thank you so much, South Florida Sunshine. We truly appreciate your support. Hashtag indoor crew. Let's grow.
Okay, I'm back, y'all.
Mike about to do a show and tell.
Okay, whoa,
Um,
what is that?
so this was where I had my
Basil?
fig tree. No, these are that's remember those two tomato plants I showed you that I said I was
Right,
gonna
Wow.
right,
move to
right.
where the fig tree is. Let me see if I can
Mm-hmm.
back up some. Let me see if I can do it this way. See, there we go. So there's my fig tower, and this is about 3 feet to that bar there. So it's already pushing up on that bar.
Wow. I
And
want
then
one.
that basil. Remember, I just built this. This is just literally this is
That's what I'm
a
saying. I
Walmart.
want one. That is
This is a
awesome,
Walmart.
Mike.
What do you call it? Walmart?
So,
Like for your kitchen, like a little island, for your kitchen. You can wheel
oh, you're
around
talking about the stand, the wire stand.
the stand, and so that's just a wire rack stand. That was like $30, and then this is just this is not this is conduit for electrical. You can get at
Right.
like any big hardware store, and I bought
Mm-hmm.
these
Right.
connectors for it, and you can use connectors you can get from the box store, but these are like fancy connectors I paid pretty good money for.
All right.
Um, just so I get that nice crossbar, and I like the look of it. And then on top is just a cheap light, and then I got shop lights on each side, and I got a little squirrel in your garden and everything. But see the basil. Remember that
You-
basil I had? So the basil plant that I was showing you the nodes and stuff on, that's behind
mhm.
it. So I
How
got
many plants
three
you
plants
got in
there,
there?
three in this Sterlite
Right.
tote right here. Three plants. So like you can see, how I got the center of one covered, and I got I'm just
Mm-hmm.
using the Aero Garden baskets because they were sitting in these. That's where I started it, and then moved it over here. And so it's about 3 feet tall right now, which is really cool. And I believe I had some
Yes, indeed.
pollinated flowers on this thing. So I
Mm.
believe I had some tomatoes already growing on it, which is real nice.
Yes, indeed. Nice and healthy.
Yeah.
You grow,
So yeah.
Mike.
So this is full size. This ain't like micro dwarf tomatoes. This is a full size tomato plant. It's called the
Yes, indeed.
large barred boar tomato. And so you could grow like I could grow Paul Robesons, all that stuff. I can grow pretty much anything. That's why I love having this thing built. I would like to have 30 of them if I had room because I can grow
Right.
any food. I've grown candy roasters in here. I've grown kabocha squash. I grew my fig tree, and now I'm growing full size tomato plants inside.
That is nice.
So you have grow lights on the side, right?
Yes.
So you have the shop lights on the side. That is
Mhm.
actually what part of what they have with those elaborate systems where they charge
Those
you.
those are called
3,000.
supplemental lighting.
Yeah,
Yeah, like three,
we
three,
got some
3 grand for
canopy
those
lights.
things. So this did not cost three
Okay,
thousand dollars. This cost me. Let me see.
exactly.
Max the lights were like 10, uh, 5 each. So another 10, 20, uh, 30, 40, maybe $50, or well, 50 plus the rack. So $80, and then I have this forever,
Oh
and I can
yeah.
adjust it and make it any way I want. Well
You
worth
got
it.
at least a good 5 years before you start to see degradation with lighting.
Right.
Yeah.
They got
Right.
lights so
And there's just
elaborate. They have them coming from the bottom and the side of the canopy as well as the top.
if you can see, the light is just zip tied, just hanging.
Hmm.
I just zip tied
Right.
the light, the shop light to it, and I zip tied these lights up top. So yeah, real simple, and they're all connected to a Christmas tree
Oh,
timer,
I'm
so they come
missing
on and
the
off just like an arrow garden. So I don't got to do
Mm.
nothing. I just these lights just come on and off on their own every day.
Yeah, I use this type of timer, and the reason why I got this type of timer is because you can is it every 15 programming 15, I mean 30-minute intervals. So every 30 minutes you can make adjustments on this. So this could be used for your air pump when you wanted to deliver water or whatever. So this is why I choose these. Now the one that Mike
Mhm.
has, I have a copy, I have one that's like that, but it wasn't easy for me to do it. I ain't the smartest guy in the room. So it
I
was
got a
it was
couple
pretty
of different
difficult
ones.
for me. And those type of timers, those were you had to learn how to use them because that was the technology that was available. So I particularly like these right here, and then they put them on sale. And G Mama is showing something. It's G Mama has a timer. Oh, it's
This
just
Right.
like mine.
is kind of new,
Yeah.
but it's old. It's not digital. It still clicks where you click the
Yeah.
button in or out for the time and the
Hmm.
day or night, the amount that you want it to go. I also have a digital timer, and those are kind of finicky. You have to like really like pushing buttons
Right.
because you got to
When
set it
what
for the day, the time, the hour, the minute. It's very finicky.
my first two timers when I first started indoor gardening was the timer where you have to input it, and then I had got um a surge protector that had the same implementation had where you can break it down
Right.
each one, and I messed up so many times because I didn't quite understand the technology of it. I understood it, but when it was showtime, it was like, oh man, you got your lights on, man. What you doing? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, man. What you did? And I
Right.
see that I had put an extra. It got complicated. So I am very, very thankful that we have moved to. And one of the things that I like about this type of timer, I just took it out of the box, is that this one has a three prong, so you can put a lot of your grow lights or anything that uses the three prong into this onto your surge protector. Use those surge protectors, y'all. You don't want
Right.
everything to just
Right.
go drop on you.
400.
Right.
Trying the
And
digital.
if you
Yeah.
saw, I have mine hanging up high on my rack. Like
Hmm.
you saw that it was on the top of the rack. The surge protector and the timer stuff was hanging from the top of my rack, so that if I did spill, less is likely going to spill onto it. Like I wouldn't have it just sitting on the floor, especially with
No.
all that
Right.
water around. You tip something
Right.
over, it could be
It's
a
a bunch
bummer.
of different options. I seen digital, analog in the chat. I can finally see the chat somewhat
I sent it to you, G Mama. I think I sent a copy to you now to your email.
to my email.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Let
think
me
so.
rest
I
my
think I did.
eyes.
Yeah. Sweet time is sweet thumb. Yes, we just figured. Well, I just figured that out when Mike said it. But yeah, you grow rope. What's up, girl? Um, I hope I
Hey,
said
you
her
grow
right,
rope.
man.
Hey, Ro.
I think I sent her. I if you had the wrong link, I don't know.
Mm.
Now I've seen
I'm pretty sure
Ro will make
Rose
you a
Uh,
bunch of
definitely.
ropes.
I'm going to not turn off this one first and see if this one comes on.
Okay.
Because the last time I did that, it just did not work out well.
Okay, okay. So I think I sent the link to Ro. I'm almost positive I did. Ro, it's in your email. Um, if it don't work, if it don't work,
Okay, you look like I'm here.
All right.
it's loading.
Uh-oh, y'all, sorry. I forgot.
Yeah. Got a neat one. Oh, that's a better picture too. Nice and colorful.
I don't know how to take it off. Let me see. Which one?
Well,
This one?
she can exit the
Oh, okay, okay. She did it. She
yeah
did it.
yeah. All right. Now we see Ro.
Yeah, Ro, you will always have an invitation to the lives that I do. So that live, that link that I think I sent you, that's anytime that I'm on live gardening content or whatever. That link will be available unless,
Okay, that
like, when I do start doing my little workout thing or whatever. That's gonna be a separate live. That's gonna be a different room or whatever. So people won't have access to that as far as StreamYard access. But yeah, um, there's a lot of people that I didn't get a chance to say hello to. I apologize.
am I not? What?
We can hear
We
you,
see
but you
you.
look like you're
Okay.
frozen.
I oh,
Okay, let me try
but
turning that off.
yeah, you gotta turn the phone off. I think
Let's
that
see
because
if this
the phone wants to pull
is
your
giving
internet.
me circles. That's how they gonna play me now after
I
I
see
done
you. I see
did
you
all of
now.
We
that,
see
bro.
you.
Good.
Wait, it's on. Okay, I'm in the right lab, but where is my mic? Is my mic working or no?
Yeah, we hear you.
We hear you loud and clear.
Hello?
Oh, I don't think she can
Okay,
hear us.
wait a minute.
Oh no.
Yeah, whenever y'all can't hear or see in the chat,
I'm gonna laugh
yeah,
myself. Okay, there we go.
we can see and hear you.
My fault, y'all.
It's all good.
Okay, thank you kindly. I couldn't
What's
hear
up with you,
nothing.
Hudson? And I sing Growing What I Eat's in here. Yes, it's a mess
Okay,
is here. Arrow Garden
I can
again
relax
because
a
of
little bit.
y'all.
I can relax a little
That's
bit
what's up.
now.
Yes, it's a mess. Let me go check. I'm gonna
My son
come
just
up
walked in
for a
here.
minute. Hold tight. Rose said she gonna come up. That's what's up, y'all. So we gonna have the four
Yay!
now.
Hey,
Yeah, we gonna have that four on. She said she's only able to stay for a
I
short
wasn't
time.
gonna post come, but y'all was so cool. I just started posting. That's what's up, sweet time.
Right.
Multiple
But
channels, you
yeah,
say? Okay,
I'm
cool.
gonna have to
that's why
try
sunshine
cracking. Ooh, I
cookie
miss
is so easy. You saw those jars and bottles I had in my. I just showed. I
yes.
didn't. It's literally just drop whatever growing medium you're gonna grow in and put some hydroponic solution in there and you're good to go. It's not. It's easier than soil, in my opinion. You don't have to dig or
Right.
even. It's just walk away, forget about it, and it'll grow.
And the bigger the unit is, the less maintenance you have to do in certain cases and stuff. So,
Right.
yeah, that's also a benefit. Um, so I'm never gonna stop growing indoors. It's this is a lifestyle.
Ditto.
I'm gonna do it. If if everything goes wrong, I'm still gonna be back. This
That
is
part.
more than just a hobby. Yeah, this is it's more.
That part.
This will be my life. Go ahead.
Indoors for life. That's
Yeah,
all I want to say.
yeah. So we're not gonna ever go away. We're always gonna be here with this y'all. So might well join along. Real talk. What's up with your Tia Drum Gold? Good to see you. Um,
Okay. Hey, Glamour.
yeah.
Yeah, the only
Hello,
time I don't
Glamour.
grow inside is I do a reset like in before we start the WIG in December, November. I usually take a month off to because plus I'll have all the harvest from outside to deal with, canning and all that stuff. So I ain't really got time to deal with inside. So I take that time to have a complete reset inside so that that none of the bugs, make sure all the bugs and stuff are like dead. So I'm not bringing them into my winter grow.
Right.
And but yeah, all the rest of the year I'm growing inside and outside.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to do a better job with the reset. And it's because I like to start my plants a month before the WIG. And that's because I can just show a little progress. I haven't been showing as much. And I mean, I'm growing. I'm growing. And there's plenty of good things going on. It's just that I'm not sharing the way I would like to. But that will come at a later date, probably, hopefully next year. Um, but yeah, that's one of the thrills of, you know, being the host. I started. I start early so that y'all could see what you can do if you just add, just a little time on the back end or whatever. Just because the WIC has ended does not mean that you have to stop growing. That means that you just extend to see what the possibilities are. Um,
Right.
Right.
I want to
Something with you
address
broke.
growing with Hudson. She said my paprika plants were doing so good until I put them in the grow tent. They roasted them because of the different energy from the lights. So,
Yeah, that'll happen.
what I can tell you about a grow tent is it's full control. You control every variable inside of your grow tent. You control the heat, the humidity, the circulation, the lights, anything that goes on inside. That's why it's a closed system. It cannot be open. You're also supposed to have extra exhaust and filters
Right.
inside of the grow tent because they're supposed to have their own air circulation. They're not supposed to be exposed to like regular or it's just a closed system. It's entirely different than growing inside of a uh, growing inside of anything requires the proper dialing in, if you will. You have to control the whole environment, not just have plants in there with a light and a fan. That's not enough.
Right.
So that means that you probably should have
Yeah.
invested um some type of monitor, and that monitor can come in the form of um this here. This is just the simplest thing that you can actually add, and this just tells you the humidity in there and stuff.
Right.
But one of the reasons that I enjoy my grow tent, mine isn't all a full closed loop. Mine, I keep mine's ajar because it's not light sensitive. Now, if I was growing light sensitive plants, then I would close my tent all the way, and then I would have the air that comes in because in the garage, you have to have an input and output. Well, in Alaska, we have to have an input and output exchange of air. As far as balance, I don't, I don't know anything about that. So there's
Same
fresh
thing.
air that's coming in, and that's why I keep it open so that that fresh air can come in and just do what it do. But what G Mom is talking about is individually supplying that, and eventually I will get to that stage, and that's when you're doing some real growing. That means you can manipulate everything. Everything
Right.
is at your disposal. That means if you want it really, really moist and you want it at 80 degrees all the time because you're growing something tropical, you can do that because your hands are on it completely. So yeah,
Everything.
Right.
yeah, the grow
And
tent
as a
has its
matter of
good and
fact,
bad.
you can actually Google the equipment that goes inside of a grow tent. You'll be
Hmm.
surprised.
And you got to think if you took a plant that was in a 65-degree room and you put it into and it's open to the air, it's got like lots of breathability and it's got a certain amount of light, and you put it into a confined closed, you know, air, air to grow tent that's like 85 degrees, that plant is gonna go through crazy shock.
Right.
See this is an exhaust fan right there, y'all. Y'all see that fan that's right there? That is a
Hmm.
fan that's hooked up to my output of the grow tent, and it pulls air from there and kicks it out, and then you put it on the splitter on your output of your garage where the air comes in, and that's how you throw that out. So and then there's air that comes in at the bottom, but that can run you pretty pricey. And then it has CFM, is it called? Um,
CFM,
I think that's what it's called.
the amount of air that circulates inside of the grow tent,
Yeah.
pressure
What's the Where's my
circulating.
Sunshine makes a real good point that a lot of this technology and stuff grows from, kind of comes from the cannabis world, and they don't
yeah.
want smells to go outside, so they're real bad about. Well, they used to not, because now that it's some most areas
It's
legal.
it's
So they were. they were real strict about like where airflow and stuff was going, and
Right, but
they
it's
did
really
they do
not
things different.
about that. It's about the health of the plant because there are people who are successfully growing flowers, tomatoes, peppers, and everything inside of a grow tent
Oh
with
yeah,
the exact same setups as it's just the health of the plant that is the concern, and it's not, you know,
right.
what's growing inside of the grow tent.
No, we were just saying that they were trying to do things a little bit more differently just because
Oh
of
yeah, they
restrictions.
are
Yeah,
seriously on that side. You would not get away with half of the stuff that you get away with in the gardening side at all, especially
No.
with
right,
soil
Hey,
and
Rose
being
coming to the stage.
organic. Like, what are you talking about? No, it's living soil for one. You will be corrected. I'm just saying.
right.
Ro! What up,
Hey,
Ro?
Hey,
Hey,
Ron,
some
bro.
y'all.
look at
Hello,
that setup
friends.
behind me. Oh, I'm so jealous. You saw my terrible setup, and you see her setup. It's
Look,
like, oh, it's so nice. It's so beautiful.
It's so nice and neat. Yeah,
Uh,
organized. Yeah, mine ain't getting down like that. Not at all. Yeah, but I have a high power air extractor fan to provide clean air. That's what I have. It's a 8 inch that it was designed for um my 8 foot. Was it 8 foot? I forgot. I had a grow tent that was pretty large, but I got rid of that um because it wasn't I wasn't able to separate my plants enough. So I just gave that away. I put that on the side of the road. Somebody grabbed it. But yeah,
wow.
of
as you get
course.
more and more into the growing, as you make this a lifestyle to where you're willing to invest. It's like with any other hobby. People that buy shoes or collectors items as far as coins or Pokemon cards.
Hmm.
Sometimes it takes you a little time to actually get your. That's kombucha, huh?
Yeah.
I know that bottle. I know that bottle. That was the first. That was one of the first things I was like, "Oh my goodness!" That's why I started drink. That's why I started trying to make it. Is because of that right there. That's a good one there.
It's
I'm sorry,
Mhm.
y'all
delicious.
got distracted. Oh my, yeah.
Hey, so
I was I was going somewhere with the conversation, but I forgot y'all. I'm sorry. What's up with you, Hudson? Good to see you, Ro. And that link that I sent you, that is for anytime you want to go live. If I'm live or whatever, you can jump on, and you're always welcome.
Awesome.
And ain't no thing. And I forgot what else I was going to say with that.
For
Yeah,
some
it's a
reason,
Thank
it didn't
reoccurring
tell me
live.
you,
live.
sunshine. Thank you.
Hmm?
For some
I
reason,
was
it
just
didn't
saying
tell
thank
me you
you.
went live.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know. I just got
Yeah.
lucky and popped up on YouTube, and there you were. I was like, oh, well, look at that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh,
That's how them notifications go. Cause I was so baffled and confused.
yeah. I, yeah. I'm still learning. Yeah. Um, Kanisha Glover, hello, hello. Unique's Garden, I see you came in. I see that you also was able to add your channel link. And let me see this comment right here. Who is a sweet thing? Yeah, 8 foot from Home Depot for $25 on clearance. Okay,
Mm.
that's what's up. I actually want to do what Mike did. I think that is very cool. um Having the shop lights in between the thing, because it's like it's a nice design, and they built it like that, but they want a lot of money for those setups, a lot of
Right.
money.
right.
um and I don't want to pay $1,000 for it. I'd rather pay $1,000 for something else for the garden. Man, this
Right.
thing is getting buzzing up here. Man. But my grow is going. I've had to restart a few things. I've made a couple of harvests inside, so I am very thrilled with you know the bulk of my indoor gardening.
Hey, LCD.
Hey, Nick.
Who?
The
Nikki,
everyday
everyday
life
life.
of an OCD is chick.
Hey,
What's
Nikki.
good with you, Nikki? Miss Shirley OG, hey there, how are you? Hope all is well.
Hi, Miss Shirley.
Hey, Miss Shirley,
Mike
did I speak to you?
Yeah, I see Miss
Mike
Shirley.
Grunwell Hudson said, what is the setup called or you created it yourself? And that
Uh, so I think she's talking about that rack.
I think so.
Yeah, I
So
just
yeah,
called my grow
that's
rack. I think I broke it down what it was. It was just like I said, it was just a Walmart. It's called a pantry cart, a wire pantry cart. It's like $30, and I put some I zip tied some electrical conduit to that cart and made it in a tower, and zip tied lights to it, and stuck a what is it like a 7 gallon tote, drilled some holes, and put some hydroponic food in there, and off I ran. And I do have that
yeah.
video, the video of that build, in my playlist somewhere.
Hmm. Hello, treasures.
Hey, Miss Shirley.
That part, South Florida sunshine. It's Mike's DIY tower, grow tower.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Email me $5, and I'll take a napkin and I'll sketch you out a plan.
Yeah. I also noticed that what's the name of that company? Mufka. The Mufka system is out, and
Wow.
they come back after the WIG. This happened last year. I don't know the strategy of it, but me
Wow.
and Mike have really promoted this company, and it was because we wanted y'all to have good product, and hopefully we can find something that is similar that delivers the water that we think is, going to help us, you know, um, have a successful garden as far as tabletop. So we will be looking at just, some of the ones that they have available. Some of them are very expensive, and
Right.
I'm not going to dive into those as much. And it's because some of this stuff is you can build it yourself, and
Right.
that's just being honest about it. I build mines. I actually am since I took a nap, y'all. Like it was so much snow. I slept. I woke up at like one something. I was like, okay, it's not close to five. I was like, I don't know what I got to do, but I get back up later. I went back to sleep. I woke up in a rush again, and so I had
Hey,
to
Mr.
go do the
Hammond.
snow. What's up with you, Mr. Arthur Butler? That you said Mr. Hammond, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
man.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah. So
speak
my
big.
the other build that I did that was super simple is I took a again a just an off the shelf, from the box store wire rack, and a zip tied shop lights to it, and just used old coffee, cold brew coffee containers, like how Bro has the kombucha bottle. You could stick an Aero Garden sponge and clean it out, of course, but stick an Aero Garden sponge and some uh, plant food solution in that, and you can grow under a shop light in that bottle because it's a food grade safe bottle, obviously, because you're drinking out of it.
Right.
It's just that easy. So yeah, that's another like system that cost me, maybe it was like another like 25 for that brack, $10 for the shop lights. You know, just that cheap.
That sounds real affordable.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it grows like
Hmm.
crazy. I mean, I'm more impressed by the stuff I grow in those bottles. That's why I love doing it, because pretty much almost everything I put into it germinates really well, grows to a great size, and by the time it's done drinking that water, I could easily put it outside into the soil. So it's a real easy, great way to start seeds. It's a great seed starter. Yeah, there's no
Hmm.
reason not to.
Right.
My old
Yeah,
favorite system was called Zimhoo, ZMHOO, and it was a really great system, but they stopped making it, so I'm really sad about that. Bummed me out. I used to promote that system all the time because that one had where the light. It was one of the first systems I saw that had the telescoping bar that actually went low to high.
My
So you could like
first
mm,
touch the deck.
nobody ever talks about, probably because it's a little expensive, but I started out with a click and grow.
I hated clicking roll first second I saw that thing just because of the big giant
What?
discs and how
Click and
shallow.
grow is
Well, how
look,
shallow. Yeah,
it's
but look how
awesome.
shallow
I am not a
the
sponsor. I have had my
Lord.
click and grow ever since it came out, and it still grows.
I'm gonna fist fight you on quick roll.
why
I
The
will
you
root
fight
why
you
you
system
back.
don't like it, Mike?
because the root system is so shallow. If you look at that thing, the plants
Oh,
always fall out of that
They
thing.
have changed the cups now. The cups are almost like
Okay, well, see,
a what I'm trying to say, not the cups I'm using now.
well, that's good. I'm
mm,
glad that they did that. 'Cause everybody I knew who grew one of those, it would start off beautifully, and then their plants would
Yeah,
fall completely out of the system on the floor because they were so shallow.
yeah,
And I was
they
like, why would
enhanced
you
the cup.
design
Matter
that?
of fact, they did that like a year after they came out. They came out with the better cup system.
That's great to know.
Yeah,
All right,
and
well, I'm
the
not as
way
mad
it's
as
so
you.
easy is because their soil actually has the seeds already inside, so it's no falling out
Right.
of the seeds and things like that. And all you do is add water, no fertilizer, because everything is inside of the pot.
mm. Like one of
So
those
that
Curie
was the
cup things. Okay.
game. Yeah, that's the game changer. You only add water. You don't have to mix no fertilizer or think about nothing. The seeds and everything are inside of the pot. It's a super soil type formula. I don't know what it consists of, but
Okay.
it grows.
Mm, mm.
But
Yeah, I don't like.
I like your Lake of
Go ahead.
Pebble builds better. I was just gonna say I just love her Lake of Pebble builds so much.
Right.
And
Yeah, those are my
people would see how easy
favorite.
that is to do.
I have
Oh,
just
sorry, go
about
ahead.
converted everything, excuse me, all my indoor plants are pretty much in a clay pebble or a pumice or a pond substrate. I don't no soil. The only soil that I have are like my bigger banana plant or banana tree or yeah, my bigger bananas and stuff like that and things that I'm taking outside for the spring.
Hey, Dave. Thanks. Yeah, like I start off with really terrible systems and that had no pumps, barely had a light, and I found an Aero Garden like that was on sale real cheap, and I got that. So I fell in love with Aero Garden, but they're so expensive that like you know you could buy you could buy 10 Mufbis for the cost of one Aero Garden, for like Bounty, and it's just as good as a Bounty system. In my opinion, actually better because the light bar goes all the way down. The light bar on the Bounty starts at like 12 inches above the deck, which is kind of ridiculous.
Right. That's that
What you
shiny
say?
ball syndrome. Shiny ball syndrome. They have all the
Right.
bells and the whistles, and then there's another one that's cheaper or a better value and does the same thing. Just don't have a name on it. Well, it has a
Right.
name, just not the name that everybody else has.
Well, if you notice, a lot of these
Yeah.
they're look exactly the same. They just have a different name stamped on them. They're made by the same factory, and then just
Right.
whoever buys them to sell, resell sticks their name on them.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering how much they cost. I want one. I want one. Shoot. Shoot.
You
Let
want
me
one what?
endorse one of them real quick. I want to see how much they cost. Now I'm talking out of the box now, but I thought about it. Hey,
Those are
let's change the
past the
name of the
double
month good
digit.
and put indoor gardening on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
They
part.
passed
Yeah,
the double digit.
yeah, we should.
They gonna make you raise your eyebrows and clutch your pearls with your mouth open.
If they able to sell it for $40, I want to sell. Can I? Don't they got another one that's
Oh
out there I
no,
can sell for 50?
that ain't what you about to find that for.
I don't even know
Please be in
the
Oh,
the
first
camera
place to
when you
look.
see the price of that.
oh,
Please be in the
like that.
camera when you see the price of that arrow guard. I just want to
Yeah,
see it.
arrow gardens are way overpriced. Click and Grow's overpriced.
Yes.
Who's that? They're all those big names, because you're paying for the name. It's like buying a Cadillac or buying a Prius.
True. But at the same time, you got to think about what they can do also.
Right. Well, that's why
Yeah,
me and GT are like. Go ahead, GT.
some of the system actually can monitor, certain levels of salt by itself.
Hmm.
Blue Lab is a separate feature that some of these systems actually implement into their system. So some of it is more convenient to where it's less hands-on, even more than just regular hydroponics. So some of those things I understand some of the price that gap in price from the Mufka to like the Let pot or some of the other systems. Some of those they actually show you the water levels. They show you different things that you're supposed to pay attention to. But that's more hands off. Me, I know how to use mines. I had the Arrow Garden when it first came out, so yeah, I
Hmm.
understand. I understand. Yeah. You was about to say something, Ro. You had a book in your hand.
Now, those were some of my tomato seeds. I was putting some away. I was pulling some stuff out today, trying to get ready for, you know, starting tomato seeds.
True, true, true. Yeah, Ro got some
Yeah, I saw that.
real like you
Yeah, you
seen
see
that
that
video
harvest?
she posted? That
Mm-hmm.
big old tomato. I'm like, what the world?
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, that was very interesting. That tomato. I was like, man, that is a big one. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, veggie,
Okay. What's up
veggie
with you,
farming in
But
the house.
veggie farming?
out,
What's up with you, veggie farming?
But yeah, the reason why we talk about like these systems, is because we want you to know. Me and GT Junior talk a lot about like the Mufka system because it has the features that we think are important for a system, but it also has a real nice price. You can't beat that $40 price, and it goes on sale. Like Miss Shirley, she got hers for $25. And like I said, the Arrow Garden, like I show in my videos about the Arrow Garden Bounty Basic. Now this is just a basic one. Can run you 150 on sale up to 350 when it's not on sale, which to me is just absurd. That's just crazy. I would never ever pay that.
And starting
So
out with
that's why.
something that you can afford, then you'll
Right,
figure out how you want to grow and if you want to grow bigger the same way or if you want to venture off and make your own. So
right.
it's a big deal just even starting, even just using a jar for the cracky system. That'll make you want to get a hydroponic system and try something bigger. And then the hydroponic system will make you want to build or grow bigger. It'll just domino.
I mean, it's
True.
as simple as this. You can grow something in this right here. Um, I forgot the name of the seed, but there is a tomato seed that is yellow that I got from Baker Creek. You can grow one in
Gorman
this.
days,
This is
Gorman diet.
just this is just a koozie, a beer koozie or something like that. I bought a 50 pack about 4 or 5 years ago, and you just take your water bottle and you cut wherever you need to cut or whatever, and you drop the net cup in there, and voila, and you just refill. Just put a little hole right there so you can refill it easy. But yeah, it's hydroponics can be as simple as you want it to be. You know, you can find these at different places, and a water bottle. It's sometimes they're in the bottom. They're at a trash can. So
Right.
you can as simple as you want to do it. It's available. Hydroponics is a way to grow food. So
I just wanted
don't
to say
forget.
something
Oh, hey
about
there,
that water
Jamaica
bottle.
Life. Go ahead.
But you can use that water bottle also for a self-watering planter by cutting off
Yes.
in the middle and turning it upside down and filling it with soil. Yep, and poking a
Hmm.
hole through
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
I've done a video on it. Yep, right
Hmm.
there. Run some rope through that hole, and yeah,
Right.
I did a
And
video on that.
you can actually the gravity system is a component of that, which you could do siphoning like this right here. This is um if I can get it out. This is similar to what we was just explaining. This is dirty, but this is the Aero Garden thing right here, and it's a water tower thing. So it's like a
Hmm.
I don't know, this thing about a gallon or something like that. But you put that water in there, and then you put on and you take this and you put this inside of your reservoir, and it deliver water when it gets to a certain level or whatever. So it keeps
Oh
water, and that's
wow,
like for vacation or whatever. So
that's
yeah,
neat.
I bought this
Mm.
girl. I bought it about eight. Now, orange hat is a tomato that you can grow indoors, and it might be a good one for this. You
Hmm.
like the orange hat,
Hold
bro?
on.
I do, but I feel like it's the perfect size to go into like that setup you were just talking about if somebody wanted to make it because it doesn't get very big. At best, you'll see it at like 7 inches high.
Right. With a bunch of
Right.
Yeah.
tomatoes.
Yep, loaded.
Yeah, orange hat's great for that. I gotta find my gourmandise. It was new to Baker Creek last.
That's the word.
I got like three of those germinated right now.
Yeah.
That's the
So
word.
I was trying
I
to find
can't
the
say
facts. I
it
could
again,
Because
tell.
Mike.
everybody was talking about growing yellow tomatoes. I said, let me go
Yeah,
through here and find me a
gourmandise
yellow
yellow cherry
tomato.
tomato.
Say it again, Mike.
Yes.
Gourmandise, gourmandise. I don't know if it's gourmandise or
Yeah,
gourmandise yellow cherry
gourmandise,
tomato.
Oh
gourmandise.
Lord, never mind. That's a little
Anyway,
complex,
it's
man.
yellow. And I'm growing
Baker Creek
Thank
had
you.
it was like Baker Creek's first, other than Orange Hat, microdwarf tomato. So everybody went
it.
crazy
Hmm.
for it.
There you
Yes.
go. She got it right there. That one right
It
there,
better
y'all.
be worth
I
it.
like
Look,
it.
it
There you
better
go.
be worth
Oh,
it
it's
because
good. It's
those
good.
jokers germinated.
I had it last year. I grew it in the WIG. I had tomatoes. I ate them. My son ate them. My wife is not about that life, but we
What
ate them. It
they
was
hitting
cool,
for?
huh?
I say, what they hitting for?
They hit and they hit. They hit.
Okay.
How big did that plant
Actually,
get? How
huh?
big did that plant get, GT?
Um, and then
Oh
it's and
yeah.
then it's and then it made like one of the seeds didn't germinate early. It germinated late. So then it had like a scraggly like tomato vine, and it produced tomatoes. And then I had saved the seeds because I was going to share with the WIG winners from last year, but
Mhm.
um the seeds turned to dust. I think I crushed them or something. Something happened, but I like that. I really like that yellow tomato. I did not like the orange hat,
Okay.
but I'm gonna grow the orange hat because everybody keeps saying that it's tasty. So I'm gonna try it at different stages, and I'm gonna grow
I
that. I
love it.
mean, it's perfect. Those two tomatoes are perfect to for salads.
Hmm.
Be right back.
And then, all right, and then I'm gonna be trying this eggplant right here. There's a couple of eggplants that I've had.
I think
Um,
somebody gave me that eggplant. Oh no, it looked like a little. That looked like a cherry.
yeah, it's an
Boy, that
eggplant,
guy
but
looked like a pumpkin.
yeah. So it's supposed to be small, and there's a couple of eggplants that I'm going to be starting today. Since I took a nap, that means that I get to play in the garage longer because I've had my sleep. And if I stay in the room, I'm just gonna get in trouble because I'm gonna be waking up my wife laughing at America's Funniest Videos. So I might well be productive and not get in trouble, you know. So just be a little smarter when you got another person in the room with you. So yeah, I'm gonna be growing a couple of different eggplants because they're one of those perfect plants. I really, really am happy about that. This buckwheat right
Love it.
here. That
Oops.
cat said, nope. This buckwheat right here, I
Buckwheat.
think is very,
Oh,
very pretty.
what? You got
Yeah.
a green
This
bean? Wow, that
this
is
was
pretty.
purchased in 2020. And so
Mm,
I'm gonna try this right here. I think buckwheat is a perfect flower as well. Don't quote me,
yeah,
but I think the botanical information says that it has the male and female parts in that plant. I think wheat,
yeah.
barley, and I thought amaranth was, but amaranth is not, and amaranth cannot be grown. If I'm not mistaken, now, as far as the perfect plant, I don't think that it is. I have to go back and research. But I made a list. I have 15 of the perfect plants, perfect flowers
Hmm.
that can produce pretty well. Let's make sure that I spell
I
what
grew
kind
the
of plants
common
do you
buckwheat.
have.
It grew very well and reseeded itself.
Said it again.
The common buckwheat, I grew the common buckwheat and it reseeded itself. It grew real well, very well.
Where you do that inside outdoors?
Outdoors in a pot.
What?
Yes.
Man, I'm telling you, man, zone four sucks sometimes. When you hear people say stuff like that, it's like some stuff come back and it's like ground cherries. I've never had a ground cherry. Some of these plants, it's like, man,
What?
no, I've never had a ground cherry.
Wow.
I'm
It's so many
I'm growing them now.
varieties. I can't even tell you the type of. I mixed them all up now. They growing out the sidewalk out there from last season. I'm like, wait a minute, is that a ground cherry in the sidewalk?
All right, I'm back.
I'm
Everybody
about
hear
to
me?
add a free pack of seeds. Okay, sweet time. Oh, yeah, I hear you, Mike.
Okay, cool.
If you can turn your
You know
mic
what
up,
happened?
though, Mike,
I was
that'll be great.
looking for seeds and I dropped them on the floor.
Oh
Mm.
Lord.
It's fine. I got them all up.
Oh, you
It's
gonna
like,
try cotton,
no.
sis? I want to try rice.
I have both of those seeds that y'all talking about. I actually grew um, the cotton plant. I
Hmm.
grew it and it got about this tall, and then I stopped watering it because I forgot or I got lazy, unmotivated. One of the two. I still have the seeds. Um, yeah, it's worth a try. It's definitely it's
Black
once you
rice.
try.
I want to see if it'll grow. As they say, curiosity. I wonder if I can grow this rice.
And with the cotton plant, I actually, when I was doing a little research about it, I thought that it said that there was medicinal uses of the leaves. I'm not for certain for that because I
Mhm.
found something, and then when I went to another source to cross-reference it, it didn't support the idea. So
Hmm.
I would have to actually dive in, for another 2 hours or so, and see what's
I
good
also
with
would
it.
like to try a tobacco plant just for pest pressure because I hear that's good for pest pressure.
G Mama,
Yeah,
last year,
supposedly.
Joy, she grew rice. If you want to check her out, last year she grew rice.
Who?
Joy,
Oh,
Joy of the
Joy.
Joy in the garden?
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. I remember she
Hmm.
did grow rice. Her and Healy Dempsey. Did she grow rice too? I think.
Oh, okay,
I,
okay.
I grew wheat in the squirrels' garden, figuring that they would love it, and they just ignored it.
Mm.
Mm,
It's like, I had a whole bunch of wheat growing in there, and I just ended up harvesting it and bringing it inside. Like the birds,
mm.
nobody bothered with it.
Oh Lord, I had grew quinoa and the birds tore it up. I didn't hardly get any. I think I got one stalk out of the whole. I had a lot of it, but them birds tore it up.
You can sprout quinoa, I believe somebody said from the ones that you get from the store. I'm not
Yeah,
sure, but
that was me.
this
I've
is
done
the
it.
quinoa that I purchased in 2001. Now
Hmm.
this one is pretty, y'all. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
bought seeds. I didn't know you could do that.
That's what I've seen on the internet. I don't know how true it is, but this cherry, this
No,
cherry vanilla quinoa, I wonder what it hit for. So eventually,
Right,
I'm gonna drop
right.
these seeds right here. It's a grain, but yeah, there's plenty of possibilities when it comes down to this indoor gardening. Um,
well, I went on the whole kick where I was taking all the stuff that I bought that was organic from the store to see if it would germinate, and about 80% of it does. So if you buy
Mm,
rice that's brown rice, you can't get it has to have the hull on it. You can't get white rice because that's been processed. But if you get an organic brown rice,
mm.
put a few of those things in a little bit of water and come back the next day. And if you look real close, you
Yeah,
see a little tiny tail on it.
that's what I'm gonna do with that. I got
That'll
black
grow.
rice.
I've done it with
Should I say I eat black
lentils.
rice?
I've done with lentils. You can also use those for sprouts too. I've done videos on that too. But yeah, I
Yeah,
sprouted lentil
yeah.
beans. Yeah, anything you can sprout, you can grow because that's a baby plant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves that drives me crazy in the garden community was when they try to separate microgreens from regular gardening. Microgreens is the
Yeah,
same exact seed, and people act like it's a magic seed. Oh, I'm growing micro. Look at these. I got these micro
exactly.
broccoli. That micro broccoli is not any different than a regular full size broccoli plant.
it's
And
the
it might
harvest
even
time.
be a bad seed because a lot of those seeds don't be good either.
Right.
They only have a certain germination percentage rate.
And we telling you these things
That's what
because
gets so many.
we've endured some of the headaches of, oh man, these are the same ones. I didn't know that when I first started gardening. When I got microgreens, I thought I had a gold star for real. And then I find out that no, you got a regular star. They just charge you more for that star. The paint's
Right.
still the
Right.
same on it.
Wah,
For
wah,
real.
wah.
And
Exactly. And
that's
Jameer,
what I
go
like.
ahead, bro.
I was gonna say I like to when I got like excessive amount of seeds that I know I'm not gonna get through, I'll go ahead and grow them like microgreens
Mhm.
so they don't go to waste.
That's what I do all the time. None of my seeds go to
That's what
waste
I'm
because I
gonna
eat
do.
Hmm.
everything.
I'm gonna do that now. Now that
Mhm.
I really didn't think about it. Sometimes you don't think about stuff. Until somebody actually mentions it, but I think that's a great
Mhm.
idea. I remember good Jamaica's life. Jamaica, she had grabbed a bell pepper and she saved all her seeds. And when she dried them out, she was like, "There's at least 80% of the seeds that she harvested from that bell pepper were mature." So she said she's just gonna grow them. And I use a lot of bell peppers. Like, you
Right.
know, when I do stir fries and stuff, I know Ro had she separates hers as far as tomatoes and stuff like that. She'll have some that she uses for paste and for different things. And these are smart gardeners. These are gardeners that come into their season knowing how they're going to preserve their foods and stuff like that. I haven't got there yet, but it gives you inspiration that when you start, that may be something that you probably can dive into. You know, actually thinking of how you're going to do it. Like with my carrots, the only way I know how to do it is to chop them up and put them in the freezer. And I actually the same thing with onions and stuff, freezer. But I had some what pickled onions on what kind of taco was it? It was
Mm.
Ferrero or something like that. My wife had got, and she gave me the one she could eat. And those pickled onions are pretty good. Y'all ever had pickled onions before? This is my
Mhm.
first time ever that I can
Mhm.
remember pickled onions. They
When I was in
purple.
Korea, I had rice wine soaked onions, and those were so
What?
good. Yes.
Okay, okay.
The
So
Veggie Farming
I
wanted to know if anybody has tried growing sea lion cinnamon tree.
what?
No,
Not
I want to. A cinnamon tree.
What did she say?
I think, I think that was the tree.
It's
Hold on.
Ceylon. It's a very specific. Cinnamon. Different. Cinnamon comes from different countries, and so like then they have different properties.
Mhm.
Uh, but the Ceylon, the C is it
Yeah, sea
CEYLON?
lion. CYLON.
Yeah, Ceylon cinnamon is a very it's supposedly the most beneficial to the human body cinnamon that you uptake it better. So that's why it's supposed to be used in like vitamins and stuff.
Hmm.
So veggie X that you said.
Veggie farming asked that question.
So she growing it. What zone is it in? I got so many questions about it now. Hey,
Oh,
today, Bugsy. I
I
see.
was
I didn't say
thinking
hello to you.
it was like a long time because you gotta wait for the bark to mature. Cause
Yeah, it
ain't
has to
it
be
a
a
bark?
peel off film, right? Yeah. So we
And it's a
Terry
bark.
Serena Narelle.
OVW is growing it right now. She says she's growing Ceylon plant.
Wait,
Who?
what?
We Terry Homestead OVW, one virtue.
Really?
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
I
Yeah,
have
see?
a sea lion gooseberry. I don't know if it made it because I left it outside over the winter. So
Mm.
I
Yeah, I
might
don't know
have
if
had a
I
sea
don't know if my
lion
blueberries did.
gooseberry.
Across my
The
fingers for my
perennial,
blueberries and my fig got to put outside, but I'm not holding my breath.
the perennial plant that I am most excited about coming back to life this year is called the sea berry. The sea berry. I haven't posted a video about it, y'all, but I think I found something special for real. So if you want to look up something, that's the one thing that you could look up. Sea berry. That is that's my baby right there. So me
Oh,
and my
so it's gonna
son,
grow in your zone, is what you're saying.
it's
It's a
it's
perennial
outside.
in your zone.
It's outside. It's
Okay, that's what
outside.
I'm talking about.
If it come back, if it come back, oh man, I'm going back like a fiend. Hey, let me get two more of those. All female. Let me get four of them. So I don't have to drive because it's a 45-minute drive there. And my wife got mad because my air
You know
conditioner
it's
stopped
different
working when you
varieties. So don't
huh?
put all your eggs in one basket. It's different. I think it's like three varieties.
Of Seaberry?
Yes.
Oh man, this woman here.
That's the
Where
one
me
with
a pen at?
the orange little berries, right?
This woman.
Because
Huh?
I was looking at that, but I was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh no. I
Something
tasted.
made me
I'm telling
say,
y'all the
nah,
video.
I'm good.
I'm telling y'all the video. Okay, so um I drove 45 minutes. My car didn't have air conditioner when you moving, I guess. I mean when you're not moving. So she was in there and it was like 70 something degrees and then the car was warmer or something like that. So, I could see her all frowned up in the car, but I was talking to dude. So dude was telling me about the plant and everything. He showed me all these other plants. And so I purchased it and he said that it would mature the next year. But it matured and I tasted it and I will definitely buy that again. That type of tree, it has a citrus taste. There now we
Really?
have like yes, we have um it's an orange. It's an orangish yellow
Yeah.
tint plant. Yeah, it tastes citrusy. In
But
my
be careful
zone,
because
when I
some of
tasted
them,
it off
I
of
think
my
one of
plant,
them may
it
be a
tasted
bitter.
citrusy. Now,
One
when it
of them
comes
may
down to
be
citrus, we have a couple of different, options. It's like, um, what's it called? Like lemon balm and stuff like that. But that fruit, there was only three on there. Me and my son tried the one each, and he got the last one. But yeah, now what was that? What was the name of it again? I just forgot again. It
sea
started with
berry.
S. Seaberry. It took me forever to remember it. I was on Shiny Grows Live, and she was talking about something, and she was talking about the salmon berry that we have available here in Alaska. And I told her that to be honest, the sea berry is worth the investment. What was your experience? Why you said you didn't want it, G Mama?
I can't remember. I was researching it and then I came up on another
Hmm.
variety and then I was like, hmm. And then it said that there was another variety, but it was not sweet. And then the other one was tart. So I'm thinking it had something to do with the flavors that they was describing. So I was like,
Get both, mix them
I,
together.
I don't know what it is about it, but they sell the male version of the sea berry in like the big box stores, but I went to a nursery, and that's where I got my sea berry. They had all kinds of just plants, and
You
it's
gonna have me
it's like
looking it
a
up.
farm. I'm gonna look because I forgot that there was more variety. I want the one that I have. The one that I
Right,
have, I want a copy of it, and I want to see
right.
if it come back. And if it comes back, then maybe I should do a um what's the name of that? Where you make a clone off of that?
Yeah, I
Um,
was all in the description. I think one of them get like the biggest berries, and then they have one. The other two are like regular size, whatever size that is.
mhm.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
it's
y'all
funny.
been
See, growing
answering
up,
in the
like
chat.
my grandmother had my grandmother had a raspberry bush and a blueberry bush at her house,
Like,
and everybody did. Everybody had that stuff, and now nobody does.
Mm,
Mhm.
And these were like native to my, they were native to my zone. First, they obviously grew great every year, but kind of bums me out. Can't find them anymore.
right.
The raspberries. My next door neighbor, she's an older lady, and she has raspberries that have crept into my yard. So um, I'm not mad at her. I'm not
Hmm.
mad at all right now. I'm the one that maintains the garden, so or the yard, so it doesn't bother me. But I am going to grab a couple of other raspberries this year. So I'm putting away a little bit of money because this season I want to get more perennial plants. Every year I want to spend about $200, $300 on my perennial plants, and it's because they say the best time to grow a tree is yesterday or 20 years ago or something like that. I don't
Right.
remember. So I'm gonna
It's time to get them
give me some
established
more.
as soon as you get them, because it's gonna take them a while to get established.
And the raspberries and the strawberries, I had strawberries that came back and they keep coming back. But after like 4 to 7 years or something like that, they start to lose, the
How about
Hmm.
buoyancy or whatever.
how about after two?
Oh, well, mine's after the
They'll
first year,
still be
mine's
growing strong, but they'll be like fizzling out with production.
Hmm.
yeah, mine's actually sent the runners out, so that gave me a new supply chain right there, and it just keeps doing that. And they actually have got on the ground and started putting them out there. So my yard looks a lot different than every neighbor on my street.
Have you ever
They have
tried
managing
alpine
grass.
strawberries?
Say that kid.
Have you ever tried alpine strawberries? They'll come back
I
in your
use bare root. I use bare root.
yeah, but they don't send out runners. They form clumps. So they clumps get bigger and bigger. But they're hardy all the way to zone three, I'm thinking.
Mm.
And I
I
got
was
some
gonna.
new raspberry plants too. My raspberries, I didn't want to have thorns, so I got the ground cover raspberries for containers. I got the Beta and Sophia, but I think one of them might have fizzled out because I only see like half of my pot coming back. And then I got the baby cakes, strawberry. I mean, baby cake strawberry, baby cakes raspberry bush, the
mm.
thornless. Yeah,
Mm.
I just got that one
Hmm.
because I don't want to
Our
be broke
ras
Yeah, don't.
trying to eat
our
my fruit.
raspberry and strawberry guy. He has 4 to 6 different kinds of raspberries,
Oh
and
wow.
he's done research on them. He's a retired teacher, and so that's what he does. He's up in age, but he has a variety. It's a purple variety. It doesn't vine. It doesn't send out runners as much. So I think that I'm gonna put that closer to the front yard, and that way it doesn't creep into my other neighbor's yard because these neighbors they serious about their grass. When you start talking about
Hmm.
strawberries, these are the ones that I picked up really quick. Um, I think the one that you're talking about. I don't know where I did with those
Those
seeds.
are those are um what did I say?
Okay.
For my
What did I
zone,
say? Huh?
Alpine.
Alpine strawberries. Yes, that's what those are.
Right.
How I can tell is because they're smaller. The Alpine strawberries are smaller, but they got more flavor, if you will,
Yeah, that was
than
gonna say they're
the
sweeter.
strawberry. But they are really small. They're smaller, but they're good. I like them.
Yeah,
I
I love.
really Alpine yellow and the red should be coming up because I just started seeds for those.
Yeah, I'm just sad mine
Strawberries.
died. They didn't come back. They didn't survive my one winter time. They didn't even make it. It's kind of a
Really?
bummer.
Now we have a yeah zone. In my zone, because of how much snow, I wouldn't think that strawberries would come back as far as the ones that you start from seed. But I know that there's a alpine, I guess it's called, strawberry that comes back, and it used to be on this walk that I used to do. And I had grabbed the cuttings and I had grew them in hydroponics, and then I put them in the yard. But that was when I was living in a condo, and yeah, I didn't grab it. I was trying to move to my new house. So yeah, I want to grow them in indoors in a hydroponic in NFT system. That's what I want to grow it in, not a
Mhm.
deep water culture. Yeah, I want to try it. I am thirsty now. Let's see. Yeah,
Go
I
grab a
am.
water.
Yeah, I'm finna grab some coconut water. Then my son, I got to start buying more coconut water because my son is in track and field, and he was like, "Hey, Dad, now he got a job, but hey, Dad, could you get me some liquid IV? Can we go to the store and I give you some liquid IV, or you give me some liquid IV?" And I'm like, "What you gonna get? What is liquid IV for?" "Oh, need a little bit more energy." His voice is deeper than mine. If y'all haven't, he doesn't talk like that, but it's deeper than mine. So I was like, "Well, why don't you use some coconut water?" He was like, "You don't let me have some coconut water," and it's because he's wasteful. Don't drink half of my coconut water, and that's
Mm.
it. You don't do
That
coconut
part.
water the same way you do regular water.
Exactly.
It has a shelf
Exactly.
life once you open it, and that's what I've experienced because I done went back to the
Right.
coconut water 2 days later, and there was something in it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, "What did I just drink?" Let's just
Uh,
pour it out. We're not even gonna investigate. We're not gonna look. We just gonna pour it
nope.
out. Probably a little ill was in that thing. But yeah, I can't have him wasted. You can have it, but don't
Oh, been
be
there, done that.
wasteful.
Ew.
Yeah. So yeah, you got about a day on some coconut water once you open it. Cause
Right,
you're gonna get some slime. That'll be traumatic for you. So be careful now. Yeah, but yeah. So I got to start buying more coconut water so that you can have the electrolyte. Because he was like, "Yeah, I need the electrolytes, Dad." And I'm,
right.
there's a way to get it naturally, and one of the natural ways that I know electrolytes is available is coconut water. Now,
Right.
there's probably other means to get it, but that was what I thought of. And,
Mhm.
yeah,
But yeah, and if
Coconut
he's
water,
been doing athletics, he needs that.
aloe vera water. They even got
Right.
flavored aloe vera water now. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't
oh,
like slimy stuff. Like I can't do like the what's that
The
the
slime
like
is
okra water.
nothing.
I
It's
can't do like
slithered
okra
down your throat.
water. Yeah.
Okra water is the best.
Yep.
you
Yes, it
I
is.
can't
participate?
do it.
Oh,
And I mean, if you want to resolve an issue, drink you some okra water. It'll help resolve it. That's what it'll do.
well, I will try one day. I say I will, but I think that slime will throw me off. I don't,
Especially
that's
if
gonna
you
be
have stomach issues.
unrecognizable.
If you have stomach issues or okra water, try that. I'm just
Um,
saying, I'm not a herbalist. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not none of that, but I know what I know. And that's what I know.
for sure.
There. I'll put the disclaimer up. Now we can talk over
Thank
again.
you. Thanks, Mike.
And y'all see it right for education and entertainment purposes. Okay.
All right.
Real talk. We shooting the breeze, telling you, some of the things that we actually participate in. Let me get back to this chat because I have missed so much. Oh, you
Right. I'm
haven't
trying to
grown
catch
the
up.
grandma D's or whatever, bro. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I haven't. I got the seeds, but I haven't grown it yet. I'm
I
putting it on
love
my
that
list
thing.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one growing right now, but it's not even at the bud stage yet. Which hurry up, plant.
Yeah, all three of mine germinated.
Um, Let me see. I need to go look at mine. I started some seeds. I started that one that Miss Teenog had was talking about, that white something. I started that. Oh yeah, mine's doing good over here. Show y'all real quick. This is another area that I grow in. That's another mucus system, but I haven't fertilized it at all. Man, this thing is backwards.
Feed
But
them
yeah, it
babies.
just started. Huh?
Feed them babies.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I don't feed them like I'm supposed to, but there's a couple of them in there. It's backwards. Man, that backwards. Oh, there go that purple amaranth right there.
I want to grow
Pretty.
some this
You can
season.
see the color. I love it. I love it. You can see the color from the seedling stage. Pull that out and show the camera
Right.
so people see that. So pretty. He says, "Stop petting it and show it."
Ro, it's a question in the chat for you. Nesha says, Ro, if you could grow only three tomatoes this season, what would they be?
Oh God, I can't narrow that down. There's so
You know,
many. I
Oh.
yeah, that would take some thought.
Yeah.
yeah,
Only
every time I see Rose
three.
videos, I'm like,
Only
she's making me
three.
buy the seeds. What's the name of
And
that one you showed today? The big one, bro.
That I showed
What's
when.
the name of that? The in your video today, that big tomato that grew on that small plant,
The,
Comanche, something like that.
the what?
Oh yeah,
The
type in
tomato that
GP Junior in the chat. Will drop your awesome
the
channel.
the tomato
That
that you
video
showed
today.
today that had the
I have the Mongolian. I have the.
Mongolian. There you go. I don't know why I was thinking Comanche,
That's the one.
but
Yeah,
yeah, the Mongolian. Yeah,
those fruits were huge.
yeah. I
Yes.
need that.
mm,
I need that tomato in my life.
I'm gonna save you some
I, what
seeds.
what I would
Hey,
say when it comes down to tomatoes, I will go for types. Like I like green tomatoes. I remember a lot of green tomatoes when I in my early stages of youth. So I will pick a green tomato. I will pick a miniature tomato like the grandizement or whatever that thing is called, and I will grab a big red one. I like flavor and sweetness.
mhm.
So the what is it called? IS tomato. What's it called? Candy. IS candy. I can't remember.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
ISIS candy. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
ISIS.
that.
Yeah, I'm doing that one. That one
Yeah,
looks
that
good.
one was.
Wait.
But the chocolate sprinkles, oh my goodness! I went back to the store like a fiend. All the chocolate sprinkles, I bought it as a start from one of the local box stores. Oh my goodness, that was so sweet, so good. Oh, so good.
There used to be a
Y'all got me
Chocolate
in
guy
my.
back in the day
sprinkles
that sold.
tomato? Is that what he said?
It's a version of the chocolate stripey sprinkle
Oh,
family.
yeah. I seen
Yeah,
a
there used to
lot
be
of
a guy who
tomatoes
sold.
that look like each other, especially since I grew up that
Right.
one that had the purple shoulders. Now everything I see is that tomato. Like,
Mm.
Mm.
There used to be a guy who sold microdwarf plants, and he had a pretty big YouTube channel for a while, but then he like just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Mm.
Kind of a
Yikes.
bummer because he had all that. He had all that stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
so
the
glad I
seeds that
don't have to
Rose sent
choose
me.
three.
Yeah, I couldn't choose. Well, three tomatoes. Microdorf tomatoes or any tomato? So if you say any tomato, that makes
Any
it even harder.
tomato,
Oh
any
no, I
tomato, I
couldn't.
guess.
Nope.
I don't even like tomatoes, but the option of having getting to grow as many kinds as I want to is what I live for. Like I just
Right.
went through and was like, okay, what three would I grow? And I done pulled out five that I particularly want to grow this year. The this one looks very, very interesting. I wonder what the flavor profile is going to be on that one right there. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people that have actually grown that. And this is the
Yeah,
green tomato. Of course, I'm always going to want that green tomato flavor and profile. This is
Which
green
one is
zebra.
that? Oh, Green
The
Zebra.
green
What
zebra.
was the other one?
Yeah.
No, what was the first one?
Woolly Cape.
Willie Kate? No, I never heard of that one. But it looked like one of the tomatoes that.
hmm This right here. This may be what's it called? A heirloom tomato. And if it is, I'm
Ooh,
pretty
this
Looks
is
sure
like
it's
a
not gonna
sunroll.
hit as hard. I know it's not gonna hit as hard as that 100 sweet 100 or whatever.
you say
But
it's
I
a micro
wonder has
dwarf?
anybody?
Because it looked pretty small.
It
No,
looks
Sun
pretty
Gold is a
small. I don't know.
Sun Gold is a cherry tomato. It's a full size.
Yes,
Mm.
I've grown Sun Gold. They're delicious. They're absolutely wonderful.
the green
They're
giant
perfect.
tomato. Because we start out. Oh man, we only got like four seeds of this one right here. This was bought in 2002.
Uh-oh.
Green giant.
Oh, that looked like a nice tomato.
It do look like a nice one. This one looks so vibrant. I wonder if it's really this bright. This look very, very flavorful. I got this from in my gardener. Azimuth. Yeah, I can't say that. But just going through my seed collection, it's pretty amazing. And I'm glad that I don't have to choose between three. That's
All right.
I want to grow as many and as little tomatoes as I want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I
And
do
if,
kind of narrow it down to three categories at least. Where I definitely have to grow like aroma. So for like making sauces and stuff, I definitely have to have a slicer
Right.
for my wife, and I definitely have to have a cherry, something small. And that's my three. That's as narrow as I'm gonna get.
mm,
GT, I grew a
Now,
green
which
one
ones
last
I pick
year
on?
called the Fat Frog. I'm gonna send you some seeds for it. You might like it.
oh, I do. I do.
Okay.
Oh,
I
you
do
tried
Oh,
like
it?
it
that's a
because
dwarf, micro
no,
dwarf tomato.
you did a video about it.
Yeah, I
I
loved it.
emailed you, but I emailed the wrong row. Yeah, I emailed you. I was like, "Hey, girl, I got money and I got all the seeds. I need those micro tomatoes that you got. All right, keep growing." And I sent the email, and then like a year later, I'm sending email. She was like, "This, what are you talking about, GT?" I said, "Oh, never mind." So I never brought it up again. But yes, I would like those, please, and thank you
That
for
is
real.
hilarious.
That's funny.
Hello, We Cherry Homestead. Y'all, I am
It's
going
like
down the chat. I
this
am,
is
huh?
talking to
Huh?
some random person. Hey, girl, let me get them
Yeah,
seeds.
and they didn't answer me or nothing. I'm like, so they playing, man. What's wrong? I thought they would have said, no, we don't have any of those. I'm talking about I got happy with. I was like, what? They make that? Where she find this at? This ain't on none of the websites. And I heard her telling that she visit Mr. Tomato Head and Mrs. Tomato Head. So I started going to Day Channel. She was
Oh,
in this she was talking about
That's why I went
a
over there.
Facebook
I was
group. I'm talking. I joined all of them programs and those extensions that she told me about because I was like, I need access to them. I want all the seeds. I'm a collector. Yeah, yeah. I was a junkie at that moment.
That's what I was doing. I was like, what? They got okay, let me go. Okay, let me go check them too.
Hmm.
I wouldn't steer you wrong.
I
Nope.
believe you. I believe you. Hey, oh, this is my wife. Hold on a second, y'all.
Yeah, so Rose, those tomatoes that you sent me, the ink spot and those other ones, they're all got tomatoes on them right now. I'm just waiting for them
Oh,
to ripen up.
nice.
You haven't tasted one yet?
Not yet. I'm still
Only
staring at
thing
them,
about
shaking them
those
every
ink
day.
spots
And
is they take so long to ripen.
Look, I'm
oh, I
still
hate that.
eating on Regina. Is it too long? Should I give her up? Of course not.
Not if she's producing.
She's still
Think
producing. I done propagated her so many times. I got like 3 tomato plants. Just yeah, microdove Regina.
I think that's incredible, G Mama.
She's
Yeah, I love that.
so good.
What I always do is I propagate like starting towards the end of April. I'll propagate a bunch of my dwarf tomatoes, and then I'll put them in hanging baskets and put them all around my property.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's something. I might have to try
Oh yeah, it's
that.
great because then I can just reach up and grab me every time I'm out in the garden I grab myself a few tomatoes
Right.
snacks.
That's a great idea.
Mike, does your wife like tomatoes?
Oh, she loves them.
Good.
That's why she made me get rid of my fig tree because she wanted full size slicing tomatoes inside before the winter's out. I'm not gonna argue
Wow.
with her. But she's having fun with
Yeah, I
it.
got.
Like she that little bee the bee buzzer thing. She'll go around and she'll buzz the flowers on the tomatoes for me. I just go up and shake the plant. I'm just like a brute.
That's
I
what's
go shake
up.
the plant like, give me some fruit.
Miss
Where she
Do
goes
they
up
Miss
still
gently
sell that, Mike?
WIG
pollinating
will
each
win
flower.
again the hashtag
I don't think
WIG
they sell those
inspired
anymore.
town.
I got one still. I still got
I don't
mine.
think they sell those anymore. It
Mm.
ends
So I
April
have
what?
to.
It's April 5th, April
April
4th,
3rd. April
3rd.
3rd.
Okay, so I'm
Yep. One of my little sister's birthday is April 4th. That's how I remember.
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah. I got to go out here and fix these lights out here, so I'm gonna be on mute real quick while I do this.
Okay.
It's still daylight.
Yeah, well, they're what is it? 3 hours earlier, so it's 7 o'clock there. So it's just getting dark.
Right. Maybe just me, but can't eat a whole tomato off the vine like an apple or a peach. It ain't just you, sweet thumb.
Oh yeah.
Tomato lovers, stand up.
See, my garden snack is when I go out to the garden, I grab snow peas because I love them because they're crunchy, and I grab ground cherries and I grab cherry tomatoes, and I eat those while I'm outside. And then if I see like a big slicing tomato, whatever, I'll bring it inside for my wife so she can have that.
All right.
What what's the sweet
Is
compartment?
March 31st the last day for WIG?
No, it's
April
April
the
3rd.
3rd.
April 3rd, BS 601.
Say that again.
Somebody was asking in the chat what the last date was.
Yeah, April the 3rd.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
wife done
got
knocked
a
the.
month
She
away.
done knocked the. Yep, about a month. She done knocked the light thing out of the thing, and I'm thinking.
Mm.
I look at it and I'm like, it's on, you know. So I go out there and the plug ain't in no more. Cause I just came out here. Yeah, it just turned off on you. Yeah, what? Y'all, it's so slippery in the backyard. It
I
is
bet.
so slippery in the backyard. She fell yesterday.
Saw that
It was
shoveling you
so,
had to do.
and because of the shoveling, it makes it slick right there.
Right.
It common sense didn't kick in. I didn't understand it until I actually seen her fall. And we in the thing, she,
Like,
I, I hear something, but I don't know what I hear.
So
And
Kellogg's is a
um,
yellow tomato, right? I was just asking the road. Kellogg's a yellow tomato? It's red? Okay. I don't know why I think it's yellow. Hmm. Yeah, sorry, GT. Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. It.
uh-oh. Oh, there we go. I had something in my eye.
Oh, I hate that.
y'all, I am so happy. I went to the store. We got a couple of questions I asked y'all about hydroponics. I went to the store, and most of the time, my son he gets wheat bread. But since he's going to be out for spring break and he used the last one, I was able to buy my own bread. I don't eat bread much, but I bought the thickest bread slices they known to man. Like, who make bread slices this thick? Like, for what? He ain't
Wow.
making garlic bread. What is this? I tried to make me a normal peanut
That's
butter
our
jelly sandwich.
Texas toast bread, ain't it?
Texas
Don't
toast.
they call that Texas toast?
Yeah.
This is called biggest oh get out bread. That's the name of this bread.
That's funny.
This is called naked honey wheat. That's the name of the bread. But this bread slices is thick. I just want me a peanut
Huh.
butter jelly sandwich. I ain't had a peanut butter jelly sandwich in a while.
So we've got a couple questions in the chat. Mind, body, soil, life is asking how do we get into the WIG. You just upload a video and use the hashtag. Um, we'd love anybody to join. You know, we are giving away some prizes, but those are for like the people who are like serious about getting themselves a prize. Really, we just want people to join and have fun. So you can join at any time. Um, the other question was veggie farming is asking there are a few tomatoes that don't grow well for me in hydroponics. They grow thin and feathery leaves. Does that happen to anybody else? It depends on the variety of tomato that I'm trying to grow. Like they usually start off with the big leaves, but once they actually start putting on tomatoes and start flowering, then the leaves start to thin out. For me, I find in hydroponics, but
Yeah,
it
some
usually
plants
doesn't
just
affect
do
the
that
fruit. So
in response
yeah,
to the fertilizer because they're in straight fertilizer versus the soil, so it's gonna change the way the leaf structure is.
and the light's closer. They're not like
Right.
having to fan out to catch the sun rays. They're getting very bright light, so um, that might be a factor too. Hey, She Natural, and hey, Four Seasons Garden.
If they're
Hello.
shriveling up, it's because your the unit might need to be cleaned because the water has a lot to do with the fertilizer and the way the plant is responding.
Yeah, I run my lights. I like 16 on, 8 off. I kind of try to I try to emulate nature,
Right.
which is a
I'm
little
just
brighter than
gonna
what nature is. But yeah,
Mine's is at 18, and I should change them to um, 16.
yeah, I
I
do
know
16
that,
8.
but I just haven't done it. So
yeah,
yeah,
that's what I do
I
mine.
want to change mine. I keep it at 8. I mean, I've been keeping it at 18, but
And I'm
I
thinking
don't think that
about
made any
going
sense.
down to 12.
Oh, oh. Every
I'd
time
be
I
okay
think of
with
12,
12. Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I do 12 in things like lettuces and stuff. I find them to be sweeter. That's just me
Mm,
personally. I do 12 for
mm,
like lettuce when I'm gonna eat. Something that's cooler, doesn't require a lot
mm.
of heat from the light. So like the
Right,
bottom rack of my shelf, I'll do 12. But yeah, I find 16 on, 8 off is kind of the sweet spot. They're kind of like people. They want to have that 8 hours, that good 8 hours sleep. And that's actually
right,
when your plant. A lot of people don't know that. That's when your plants actually do their growing. Is during the off cycle when the lights are off is when the plants grow, not when the lights are on.
right. That's why I said I was thinking about going down to 12. But they're at 16 right now, 16, 8.
Every time I think about 12, I think about I, I think about medicinal plants. There are medicinal plants that when you put them to 12, they know what time it is. So every time I
Right.
would never put them at 12 because my brain can't. It doesn't. It's like sometimes when you learn something, if you learn something and you're not
It's just
taught the
initiating another stage for the plant to go into. So actually, the 12 would be a optimal stage because it'll tell the plant to start doing different things versus as if it just grows like I'm growing it with the 16. It'll do it, but it'll do it at a slower rate than if I changed it down to 12 because now I'm introducing it to a different environment, like stressing it a little bit because it gets cooler when the lights go off.
Right. Yeah, my
it's
grow
something
room
to
is
take
like
in
hot. Like
consideration.
it's 77 degrees in my grow room right now, and I actually have the temperature set to 75 for the house. So just the lights in my grow room have raised the temperature by 2 degrees in this home.
Oh yeah, that'll
Mhm.
happen.
Mind, body, soil. Hello to you. That's my first time ever seeing you in the chat. What's up with you,
Hello.
Mona? Hope all is
Anybody I
well.
missed?
Four Seasons Garden. What's up, Jacqueline? How you doing, girl?
Yeah, most hydroponic lights are already set with self timers for 16 and some of them 18 hours. But you can set it with a timer that you um, add yourself, so it doesn't have to run at that time. It can only run. It can run at the time that you want it to run at.
A timer is something to invest in. I didn't know that the Muscat makes a big sound when it turns on. I'm like, what in the world is that? I'm chilling in the living room. I can't sleep, and I ain't doing that but bothering my wife. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go in this living room and laugh and stuff. Cause I laugh a lot. So it gets me in trouble. So I go in there and then I hear beep. What the world is that? So I go out there because I know it's something. I go out there and it's the muska, and I'm like, oh, this is loud. But it doesn't bother me ever because it's not close to me. And I think that if people put it on a timer, it'll be even more beneficial. I use a timer for all of it. I have this
Yes.
this grow light that sucks. I say it sucks because when it has a remote control that goes to it, and you have to push A, B, or C or something like that for it to be at a set schedule. But I have it on timer, so every time that it would turn back on, it would have this blinking spell. Like I'm like, oh my goodness. So I just finally just took it down, and I would never buy that grow light
Hmm.
again. I can't even remember what it was, but it has its
Right.
own timer on it. I want to use my own timer.
Right.
I want to manipulate it the way I want to manipulate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sweet Time got a
Hmm.
question in it. It says, "Do you guys find that you do more starts or full grows with the hydroponics?" That would depend on the person because I do both. I do starts in there and I do full grows. So it would depend on the person and what you're trying to accomplish. And it would depend on the type of system too. Because a lot of the tabletops, you can barely get a 2 foot tomato plant. That's why we recommend the micros and the things like that versus the regular size plants. So it would have to be um, to that person's discretion. But I do both.
Same here. I do both as well.
Same. I
I
do
do
mix,
both,
especially
but
especially especially comes towards my outside garden. I don't buy starts. It's 100% from what I grow inside.
the only thing that I buy starts for mainly are mints. Different types of mints. The chocolate mint, the spearmint, all those mints. I buy starts of those, stevia, and uh, celery. I do my own celery, but it is so convenient to go to you know Wally World, and they have a for sale full of celery. You put those in your hydroponics. I still haven't showed y'all the video, but um, most of the time I do full grows. Like if I'm gonna do a tomato in a tabletop unit, I'm not gonna have any more than two if I'm gonna let it live out its whole life in the tabletop unit because in some of these tabletop units you can grow a small melon, but it's gonna be small. It's gonna be the size of a baseball. But G
Right.
Mama was able to grow something that was um, even bigger than that.
Yeah,
I
you
have
just gotta
only got
know
the
your measurements
softball.
with your fertilizer also, because your fertilizer plays a big part of how your hydroponic plants grow. If you're using too much, you can tell by looking at your plants because they'll be very green. They'll be almost too green, and that's called plant toxicity when you over fertilize your plants. If you're not giving them enough, then they'll be yellowing and flimsy, and that's just under fertilization. So there is a sweet spot, if you will, to working out the nutrients in your system because it's not going to be the same every time. As that plant gets bigger, it's going to require more fertilizer along with the
Right.
more water.
And yes, Hudson, I have lost plenty of seeds, and I find them later. Like I have so
Yeah.
many seeds and so many like I got one of those oh man, the drawers where you put seeds in there. I have so many seeds in there. It's a lot of seeds.
Yes,
And
you do.
I was looking I got a lot. I was looking for the orange hat. So I bought another pack of the orange hat. And then I'm looking for the eggplants. Couldn't find the eggplants and I found the orange hat. And then I'm looking for the seeds that I'm supposed to send, and I see a whole bunch of eggplants that I had put in my book bag so that I could send to people. So yes, I have lost plenty of seeds because I put stuff in places so that I
And
can
one day you
remember.
stop looking for them and they'll turn up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that part.
Or how about this? Who has a mystery bag? Who has a Ziploc bag of what you write on there mystery seeds?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Ziploc bag full of just all the random seeds that fell that you sweep
Yep.
up that
Yes.
like in the corner of your
Mystery
container thing, and you just
for the
put them in
plant
a little
seed.
baggie.
One of
Mm-hmm.
these days, I'm going to see what these seeds are.
Mm-hmm.
Right, mystery seeds. It's
That's
like,
what I
well, I
should
found
put
it
on
in
the
my
bag.
carpet.
One of these days, I'm going to see.
There's a lot of brassica
I'm
in
always
mine.
dropping seeds. Mine is pepper seed. I find I'll be walking from my living room to my grow room. I'm like, a pepper seed on my carpet. Why is there a pepper seed on my carpet?
Hmm.
It's
Oh, I've
because
definitely
it's
done
because
that.
I'll spill the seeds, and then one will stick to like my sock, and then I'll find it like a
Yikes.
couple of days later.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, sweet times. I think they broadcast spread theirs. That's smart. I need an area to do that.
That part. That's
Four
what
C's
I
lost
feel.
some quick snack cucumbers. Those quick
Hmm.
snack cucumber seeds are not cheap. They are not. I have some. I'm
No,
growing them.
it's like the reason is because it's a hybrid cucumber and it's been bred to not produce seeds or be
Right.
seedless.
Right.
and not
Right.
have a it doesn't need a pollinator. It'll produce
Correct.
fruits on it.
Yep.
Parthenocopic.
That
Yeah.
word.
Okay.
All those things are true, and they are not cheap. I
No.
bought some
But they are productive.
Yes.
berries from what I've seen.
And
I
if you
put
grow
myself on a
another
payment plan.
cucumber or something like that with it that does have seeds, it will have seeds.
Right.
The park seeds, I think it is. They had a deal where if you spend $50,
Mm.
something I don't remember. So I bought 2 packs of the 100 of the quick snack, and I put it on the
Mm.
payment plan because they have a layaway plan on it. So I
I
did
don't
that.
say that. Close.
I'm
Wow.
serious. Don't play with
Well,
me. There's no interest. Oh, I'm not
well,
supposed to be encouraging that behavior. I understand what she's saying. I'm just saying.
No.
I wanted to grow the quick snack. I mean, yeah, quick snack, and I didn't want to pay that money because it was like $7 for 10 seeds. I mean, and I don't mind paying
Mhm.
$7 for a pack of seeds from a heirloom, but that's
I
because I
think
could
I paid
reproduce
that
it.
much for mine. I think I got mine from Johnny Seeds, and they was about that much.
With $7.
8 maybe.
Yeah,
And I
Johnny's
only
don't be
got like
playing.
10, maybe 10 or
right.
25 seeds. It was something low. And I was like, wait a
Yeah,
minute. These better germinate, bro. We gonna have
they
a
better
pop.
germinate.
That your
I
seed
mean,
better germinate.
yeah, yeah, it's a little different when yeah, it's a little different when you can't reproduce those seeds. That's
Right.
my biggest thing. I'll pay 20. To be honest, I'll pay $20 for certain seeds if they say, "Hey, look, this is the going rate now. If you want it, then I know that I can have access to it as long as you give me
Right.
10 at least." But
Right. 'Cause I
that
was sure
$7,
Well, as
I
long as it
want to
gives me
grow it
seeds
though.
back. Yeah, it
Huh?
has to give me seeds back. It has to give me seeds
okay.
back. I can't spend that much money on a plant
I'm
that is
saying, as long as
seedless.
I can get seeds to grow out of it, I'm
Yeah.
growing it again.
Right.
I
Yeah,
can't get
because
no.
the the- go ahead. I lost my thought. Yeah.
I grow a lot of parthenocarpic fruits though, and I will grow them as long as I got seeds. But once I'm out, that's it. I just grew it for like
Right.
entertainment. Once it's
Right.
gone,
What is growing out the box calls that a closed loop? I want to be a closed loop system too. I don't
right,
want to just be spending money and then
right,
I'm putting money out and not getting it back. So I want to have a closed system where I make my own fertilizer. I save my own seeds. So yeah, I've been
right.
kind of really concentrating on what I like, and then I'm going to save seeds from that, like my ground theories.
Hmm.
Hey, hands, the dirt's in the room.
Hey, hands in
Yeah.
the dirt.
What's up with you,
Mind, body,
Stacy?
soil, life. Anybody else I mix? Thank y'all for hitting that thumbs up. It helps support the channel.
I kind of have beef with Park Seeds because I bought from them. They had like a deal where you buy one get one free, and they never gave me my free. And the 20 was like supposed to be a pack of 25 pepper seeds, and the pack had 10. And so I'm like,
What?
you shorted me so many seeds because I
That
paid for.
part.
So they basically ripped me off twice because I was
Knock
supposed
my
to get a free
wife
pack.
out.
I was supposed to get a free pack,
Yeah.
and then they gave me half the amount I was supposed to get. So I emailed them. I did complaint videos, and they kept saying, "Oh, we're gonna make it right for you. We're gonna make it right for you," and they never did. So they're on my bad list.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
they're
gotta
better,
see
but I don't know,
something
maybe it's
that
just how they
I
were with
just
me. But mm-mm.
I can't even remember what the seed company, but I know it when I see it because of the pack. But they said sent me packs of seeds and it didn't have no seeds. I say, oh no, this ain't what you finna do.
Mm-mm.
I was like, why would y'all send me these packs like this? And they were saying, oh, sometimes it happens and we'll send you some more. Oh no, but you ain't got to send me my money. That's what you send me. Mm-mm. And every time I see them seed packs, I know it's a green pack. Well, I can't say because it's a lot of green on a
Right.
lot of seed packs. But
Yeah, I was so disappointed because everybody's like, "Oh, they have such great seeds," and but yeah, they're pricey, but it's great seeds, and I'm like, "Okay, cool."
right.
And then that happened. I was like, "Come on, man!"
Right. Everybody don't have the same experience because it could be a well-known seed company.
Right. Well, the big
So
companies had that. Was that they called it the Pepper Gate, where they were sending everybody the wrong peppers? That happened to me. I got trapped in that where I thought I bought Fresno peppers and I grew them and they were Thai chili peppers, which is a radically
oh,
different
that's
pepper.
irritating. That is very
I was like,
irritating. You be looking all
I
that
was like, come
time and then
on.
you grow this plant and be like, what in the world is this? Now that is
I mean, not
I'll
even
be ready to
close.
pour my pots across the street. Wasted your soil, your energy.
Right.
What, getting the wrong
I
seeds?
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good thing that it's a good thing that I like Thai peppers and it was super prolific. It gave me like 500 peppers and I made pepper sauce and all kinds of stuff out of them. But you know, a
Right.
Thai pepper is nothing like a Fresno pepper.
Yeah, that ain't cool. Them people, they make you want to fight them.
That
Like
part.
what? I just spent I just spent 4 to 6 months growing this, and then it's supposed to be a green tomato. It's yellow
That
and it's
part.
little. Like what? You really messed up. That ain't cool. And that's what they do. They say, "Oh, I'm sorry about that. It got mislabeled." No, give me my time back. How about that?
That part.
Right.
Hey, Farmer Chaz.
What's up
Did
with
we
your
say
farmer, Chad?
Hey,
circles?
Farmer Chaz.
Oh,
Mind body putting basil and marigolds around your plants is a smart thing to do.
yes, indeed. As they say, they are two garden guardians.
Hey Chaz. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna though. One of my things I'm gonna do for this, I always put my marigolds and my basils in with my plants, and I'm gonna try this year to put. I got small pots, like like 5 gallon bucket size containers. I'm gonna put my marigolds and all that stuff in those, and then put them around my plants, so I'll have more room for my, stuff like for my my cabbages and stuff to grow
But
out
the
and not
power
have to
of
fight.
the marigold is actually in the roots. So the closer that you have it to your plant, the better it is. It's not just the smell because
Hello,
the
Miss
roots send
Gail.
out a chemical that keeps root knot nematodes and other insects larvae from getting to your plants.
And hello, Jane Doe. People I've
I'm just
seen that I
saying.
didn't say hello to.
Oh,
And
I agree.
different
It's
roots
just
do different things in the soil, and that's one of the things that the marigolds do. It sends out a chemical so that the nematodes can't take hold of the roots of your plants. I do remember that.
right. It's just my
Because
problem is
that's
that
what I
my
have.
the marigolds I grow, I get all these like monster marigold plants. They turn into
Hmm.
like they start off like one little 2 inch plant, and I'm happy. And then the next thing I know, I can't even walk through my garden because I've got like a tree that's like 8 feet tall and 8 feet wide, and it's
Keep you
all
some
marigolds.
scissors in your pocket, and every time you go out there, hack it back.
I'm still finding seeds all up, like in the folds of my my pants. I'm like, what is this sharp thing
Them
poking me? And it's a
marigolds want to
marigold
be
seed.
everywhere.
Had washed the pants and everything. Went through the laundry, drying, and still finding them. That was from like months ago.
Yikes. Okay, I can't read that.
She
Jealous.
said that she ordered some plants and then they canceled them. Then they ordered them again. They canceled them again. I don't know what company she's talking about though. I think she's
Mm,
talking about Bear Reed. Yeah. Um.
mm.
So
Wonder who
Hans
that
killing
was.
his garden. Let's just
Hmm?
go ahead and kick him out right now. Because I still got snow on my ground. Hans of Dirt says he's going to be turning over his garden tomorrow.
Turning over his garden. Oh wow. He got some snow
Yeah,
down there too.
that's shocking for
Did he?
us.
Yeah.
We just had our first
We
65-degree day. I was like, woohoo, I can go outside without no coat on today.
we had about a
Well, see,
foot or two of snow today. So yeah,
What?
that part. Yes.
yeah, I had snow
Well, we
last
ain't
night.
out of the woods. I
Yeah,
still
tomorrow's
got
going to be
another 1
65.
feet to it now.
But see, like, let you go jump on the, if you, it's going to be 65 degrees outside and it's going to feel nice and be great. But you go jump on that, my ground right now, it's going to be concrete. It's going to be still frozen solid. There's going to be no
Yeah.
barefoot walking in the snow. I mean, in the ground.
Mind, Body, and Sword Life said they are a chaotic garden. They put basil and moringa around. Okay. Everybody's
No, I did use
speaking.
marigolds. I did use marigolds as my
Oh,
tomato
that's
trellis,
right.
and that worked. That worked really well because I got that. Like I said, I get that monster marigold bush, and so I planted my tomatoes with it, and it trellised up all my tomatoes, like heavy tomatoes too.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Everybody's gonna be growing a lot of beans. G Mom, I see you doing that. And that's one of the reasons why I started some beans inside. So I just throw some cowpeas in here.
Oh, I'm growing them
Can't
too.
remember which.
I
Yeah,
want to try more pole beans because I got a good trellising system now. So I'm like, yay, beans. Because I don't hardly grow pole beans because my space
Right.
is too small.
Well, I let my
beans
I
is
want to
cowpeas
gonna
try
be
stick
one
in
of
the
those
corn.
roasting
plant.
those red noodle beans also. Red noodle beans. Anybody grow them before?
Oh yeah, I saw those.
They have the
Yeah, I'm
H
gonna grow
bean.
some of those.
There's a bean that starts with an H and is red. I want to grow that one. But beans and peas will always be grown indoors. Let me find it. It's a H
Mm-hmm.
bean. It starts with an H.
I think I know which one you're
It's
talking about.
red. Here you go. Here you go. I found it. Ain't that something? I was organized enough.
Some kind of Indian.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, that's new. Is
It's
it a bush
85.
bean or a pole bean?
It is a bean you can grow. I don't know. Hold on.
I think
It's
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 a climb.
85 days. North Dakota party. Plump red, rose red beans for dry use. Vining, 3 foot
Yeah, it's
plants.
a vinyl.
Oh, it's a vining plant. Okay.
Oh, just three? Well,
Oh,
no, just 3 feet.
Oh, that's a short. Yeah. I ain't
Yeah,
heard.
I've never heard of a vining 3 foot plant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I grew my
I
monster
don't know.
corn that was like fit by 15 foot tall corn, I grew cowpeas amongst it, and those cowpeas climbed up, and they were like reaching like another 5 feet into the sky.
Yeah, I want to grow my own cowpeas this season, red noodle beans, and it's another one I can't remember. It was a new one I wanted to try, but it was a bush bean though.
I'm gonna do the noodle bean this year too.
Yay!
I want that dragon one. Have y'all? I know a lot of people done tried the dragon bean. Have y'all ate the dragon bean? The
Yeah, I
little
tried
Dragon
it.
purple.
Yeah.
tongue?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
dragon
eat it
tongue.
all
Yeah,
the
dragon
time.
tongue. Yeah, yeah, I've
You
done that
sent
one.
me some more seeds because I ate mine up.
I need to try
So
them. I
this
need to
time I'm
grow them.
saving me some seeds.
Oh, I did really
Yeah.
well with kidney beans last summer. I got like a big bag of them. I got to eat up.
Mm.
What?
Yeah,
See,
I grew like a
y'all be doing the real stuff.
yeah, it was
I
a ton of kidney
never
beans.
I never do the beans, but this year with the research about it being the perfect flour, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start a lot of beans this year. So yeah, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
take bags of them because I got plenty of beans. I'm gonna be doing that this year, starting as early as I
Yeah,
can.
being
Even
good.
put I bought a cover to actually go over one of my grow tents. I mean, one of my grow beds, so that um hopefully give them that soil a jump start, so I could start it in there like 2 weeks early or something like that. So hopefully that does some justice for it. We'll see as the season progresses.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Four less came in
Yeah.
here. Um,
So Tanisha said they grew the noodle beans with their grapevine. That's smart. Yeah, if you
say that
mess with
again.
them, they're gonna climb on them. Kanisha said I grew
Hmm.
my noodle beans with my grapevine so they could climb up each other. That's really
Oh,
smart.
that's
Oh,
smart.
okay, okay.
What's
That's
a
what's up.
strike bean? Anybody
Yeah, if you
know?
have a fence, if you have a what'd you say, bro?
What's a strike bean?
Strike.
Yeah.
Um, hmm I don't
Mm,
know.
I've
yeah, I
heard of
don't
wing
know.
beans. I don't know if I've heard of striped beans. I've heard of wing beans.
Oh, it's the same. Yeah, I got wing beans growing right here. Matter of fact, I need to put the trellis up.
I just
I've
took my
started some
wing bean.
butterfly peas, so they're growing. These are the ones from New Orleans Gardener. So I got
Okay.
about six of them, and I'm growing so I can make
Nice.
tea. I want to drink tea every night, so
I know that's right.
I got
Mm.
to grow, do a lot of growing. So yeah, I
That's
want to
why I'm
get some
hurting for
I feel
my
the best. I
pineapple
feel the
mint
best when
come
I
back.
do that.
That was some delicious mint.
So I don't have any of
Thank you.
those fancy mints.
I
I had spearmint and I had peppermint. Let's see.
Yeah, I got both of
None of
those
the other
too.
mints like cake for me.
Pineapple was
Oh,
my
Greek
new one
mountain tea
last
man at
week,
first.
and I think it's done took
chocolate is
over.
my favorite. That
Spearmint
chocolate
used
mint
to
is
be
my
my
favorite.
until
Yeah,
I
I
was
couldn't get my hands
introduced to
on
the
any chocolate
pineapple.
mint.
I
I
think
got
they
mine
are
from the
good if you
nursery.
enjoy mint.
That girl got a glass door on there.
Wait,
Uh
what
huh.
happened?
I told you it's nice.
She got a glass door on there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man,
Let's
that's
see.
like, yeah, you
Bro,
got to
can
put
you
your pinky
please
out.
tell him what your glass door is? He
Yeah.
is sitting up here calling it a glass door with
It
your
is a glass
Garden with your
door.
pinky.
I
Garden
was
with your
looking.
pinky out.
He was talking about growing mint, and I started a couple of them. I just don't remember. I know one of them was apple mint. I started mojito mint, and I want to say grapefruit mint.
Oh
Grapefruit,
wow.
man. Hmm.
That's
There's a
different.
lot of mints that they actually have here. I think there's about that many choices, but that chocolate mint is one that I really like. And Ro, you was saying something before we interrupted you when you was asking about the strike bean. I think you was making another comment, maybe.
Yeah. Sweet Time said that the strike bean is a very prolific bush bean.
Oh, okay.
Where
Okay.
they sell it at? I mean, is there another name for it? Do they sell it like American seed? My mama, guess what, y'all? My mama called me yesterday. She knew that I was at work, and we always had to do our song. So we singing our song. I'm with my client, but when your mama call, be happy. So I took the call, and my client looking at me like, "What are you doing?" And I'm talking to my mama. So she said, "I know you're at work, baby, but I went by the stove and I got you some seeds." I was like, "Oh, you did, mama?" She's like, "Yeah, I got you cabbage, watermelon, and a couple of other ones." She's like, "You think you're like?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, send me your address." So okay then, mama. So It's just special little moments like that where she knows that I'm a gardener. So she's and the seeds that she's gonna send me, I know I got them. There's not a doubt in my mind that I don't have them, but it's coming from my mama. So thank
Right.
you. It don't even matter.
Right.
I'm just
He
yeah.
said there's no other name besides Strike Me.
Mm, okay. Yes, I'm gonna be growing a lot of food. This year is gonna be my year. I am going to talk it over with probably Mike, but I'm going to come up with another hashtag. The hashtag is going to be I want to go a couple of days. Excuse me. I still didn't get my coconut water. I want to go a couple of days with just eating the produce or the stuff that I preserved or um, produced. So I want to do a couple of days of doing that. So I got to find the hashtag. Um, and it's going to be after the fishing season and after potato harvest. And I just want to see where my holes are, Um,
Right.
yeah. So I want to see where my holes are as far as, what can I grow that's going to supplement my growing habits and stuff. So that means that when carrots come in, I'm going to be preserving those. So for a limit of 10 days or something like that, I want to eat nothing but what I grow, what I've harvested. Um,
That's what I've been working
I
on.
can't do honey. If I could do a quick honey setup where I get just a half a gallon, I mean not a half a gallon, but like a little bit of honey, just a little bit, I think that'll put a little edge on there, but I'm not ready for that. No. So I'm gonna be growing a lot of mint this year. So um I will be doing that. I have mint that I had that's gonna come back. This been coming back every year. So I'll be
Mhm.
harvesting a lot of that, putting it in the dehydrator, having that for my teas so that I can have tea morning, noon, and night. That's gonna take a lot. And I got some roselle that I'm trying to propagate. I have it on the heater, but it's not doing. They ain't germinated. It's been 4 days, but I'm
Mm.
still gonna wait on it, and I'm gonna grow some more. But it's been 4 days, and I'm like, he did that. So, but I'm gonna come up with that hashtag and see what actually I want to do. I What
Yeah.
inspired it
Let me
was
know
the
too.
epic
I want to
gardening.
try to participate.
Said it again, G mom.
I said, let me know too because I want to try to participate because I've been trying to grow more. My bunny has encouraged me to
Right.
grow different things that we can do every day versus just at the time or once a day, and then I have to wait another 30 days for a harvest. I need to practice more on succession planting. So that'll help me
Right.
out.
Yeah, I definitely. What promoted it was the epic gardener. He had did a 30-day, and one of his bases was potatoes, and I think he got the potatoes from somebody else. They did a trade or something like that. So it
Mhm.
definitely will be have to be after my potato harvest because I want to set
Right.
myself up for failure. The thing is, I just want to try to see if I can produce enough food to for 10 to 30 days. And then,
Right.
that'll give me the experience to where, when I start thinking about, what's my next step in gardening, I can start
Mhm.
implementing certain things about that experience. So I'm gonna be tapping into that. And it's gonna be a cool idea. Yeah. Then I get to put those new raspberry plants out there. Yeah. Now there's
Mhm.
gonna be I don't take any medicine, so there's no restrictions with that. There's nothing that I have to have, but
Mhm.
we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna really
Right.
figure out a hashtag and see what's up. I just want to do at least 10 days of nothing but what I grow, nothing but what I harvest. I was talking to my father um, earlier this week, and I was asking him because I'm not a real fisherman. He's a real fisherman, so I am going to visit the little fishing spot that they have down there and just see what I could do. But I want to go and go harvest fish. Fish. Just one a day because I think the limit is three a day. And if I can get
Mhm.
1 to 2 a day, that's gonna be great. Over the course of like 3 days. Something like that. So I'll be tapping into that. I just want to do a little bit more. I have a couple of projects that I'm gonna be working on. My job as the man of the house is continue to find different ways to um, be self-sustainable. So, water is something that I can't grasp that idea yet. My my intellect ability isn't there, but food I'm gathering more information about. These rabbits are gonna um, eventually come onto my land, and there's gonna be another system that I'll be able to implement in my garden. So, I just want to put more
You get
input so that
rabbits?
I have a lot more output. I am going to get rabbits here. I have
Okay.
to. I have to. I have to.
No.
I have to.
Yay.
It's it's the fertilizer alone is beneficial to the garden. So,
Yes,
um,
indeed.
and um, there'll be other things that I'll be able to implement, and um, I'm still coming to grips with actually having a rabbit and the way they produce. I have to figure out some other stuff. Um, if it comes down to colon, dispatching or whatever, then I won't be the person to do it. I am still, um, like SWV say, weak.
You can get them fixed just like you can get them spayed and neutered just like any other animal, so they don't have babies. If that's what you're
I
worried about.
want them to, but I want to control it. I want them to, but I want them to control. I want to control it,
Oh
meaning that
yeah,
I'm
no,
going to have them
that's
separated. I'm a separate. No, I'm gonna separate them two different coops. I'm gonna have a male that's gonna have two different types of female, and that way we can don't have to crossbreed, and we're gonna make
okay.
a couple of batches of those, and then
All right.
somebody comes in, they're cold, and then we bring in another group of female and male and stuff like that. So just recycle or have about five different companies or
Yeah,
something. I'm
yeah,
still
that
I'm
might
still thinking.
ain't
That's
on the
all.
same page. I'm knowing that for a fact.
Now,
Oh
can you
yeah,
dispatch them, GP, or is it the processing that's bothering you, or is it both?
I thought it was the same thing. I,
No,
I can't I
dispatching is
can't
just
take.
when you dispatching is when you unalive them, and processing is when you skin them
Right.
and do all the other stuff.
I probably could do the other
Two very
part of it
different.
first. I mean, the taking of the life, I can't do that part. That will bother me.
Oh, okay,
Um,
That's the
okay.
that's the
dispatch.
Because
part
I
that
was
I
gonna
can't
say
do.
there are butchers. Because there are butchers, because you live out, and you live in Alaska, and I know there are butchers that do game, not, what's it called, bush processing, where you can bring your animals, that have been dispatched into them, and they'll turn it into sausage and do the butchering and stuff for you. But if you can't dispatch them, yeah, they won't dispatch it for you. It has to be brought in unalive.
There's people that will come to the land, my house, and do that for me. They
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Oh, everybody said, okay, maybe I'm telling a story, y'all. I'm telling a story. Okay, I was telling a joke. Both of y'all said that, so maybe I'm missing a
Oh,
couple of things about that. Okay.
No, I mean
I just
Um,
never heard it
no, it's
before.
okay.
That was
I
news for
I
me.
think I'm
Like,
missing a key element of that process. I
what?
can't do
I
it,
mean,
y'all. I cannot
there's a
Like,
job
dispatch.
for
I
that's
everyone.
me.
cannot.
Like,
I
what?
I
can't
would take
look.
advantage of
No,
that.
I can't do that. Yeah, but I
Because
thought
yeah, I don't
that
want
there
to.
was. I can't. I thought it was a place or a on the
good night,
internet. And I who?
Hudson.
All right, Hudson.
Oh, good night, Jihad.
Nice, sis. I got a book, and yeah, the book is kind of graphic because it goes into all of that as far as how to even save the fur and what you can use it for. So I would advise you to get a book on raising rabbits because it'll help.
I got
Hmm.
two of them.
Oh.
I got two of them. I'm scared. That's all it is. I
Right.
cannot. Taking life is not for the faint of heart. Some people can brush it off, but me, my conscience is different. so I can't
Right.
do it. It
Right.
has to be a reason that I have to take life. So it's something that my brain just it won't operate correctly to where I can
Look, eating is a
do what
reason.
I have to do because I don't have to do it. That's what it is.
Mhm.
So I get to a point where
I would think that
no, I'm not gonna say
there'd be
it's
some
on
kind
you.
of like 4-H day or something that you could connect with, that they would, you grow the rabbits and they
Oh,
dispatch them or whatever for you. You would think.
right.
'Cause that's part of it. It's part of the whole 4-H experience.
Mm.
Yeah,
Herman
maybe you can
Herman Jr. Hello, hello.
Thanks, sis. Wrong with Hudson. Thanks for sharing my link.
Oh, Hudson says she got a fence with vining plants. Um, oh,
Yeah, I
Farmer
was gonna
Chad
say,
says
if you
she
have a
hope it
fence
doesn't.
line and your neighbors are cool, go ahead and grow your peas and stuff on your fence line.
Hmm.
But you have to have cool neighbors.
And,
'Cause they might
yeah,
the weed
hands
whacker
in the
and
dirt
maybe
said it
lose
was
all
80
your.
degrees there. Wow,
Mm.
these temperatures.
Too hot. No, thank you.
Yeah, purple hull peas are delicious. They just need room.
Really?
I'm gonna look up
I don't think
those.
I've had purple hub peas before.
I've
Purple
ate
hull
them
peas
when
and
I was a
cowpeas are the
child.
same thing. They're the same pea.
What is?
Huh?
Purple hull pea is a cowpea.
Right, it is
Really?
a cowpea. Yes, yes, it's a cowpea.
Yeah.
I was, yeah, I'm amazed because it took me a while to figure out that a cowpea was a black eyed pea. I'm like, wait, what is this cowpea? Yeah, same thing.
And
Same
and
thing, different
there's a
name.
few. Yeah, there's a few varieties of cowpeas that
Hmm.
yeah,
Right.
I have them all. I have them all. They're pretty. Oh, that
Oh yeah,
green
I
peas.
was
Mm-hmm.
There's
I'm like, wow, I had no idea because I just was used to looking at the regular black eyed pea. I said, girl, that is just a regular black eyed pea. Get out of here.
where's my seeds?
But so prolific though. That's why I loved it. Like I said, it just grew crazy at my corn, and I
Mhm.
did shorts where I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? The cowpea was like kind of touched the sky. The corn was already above my
How many did
garage,
you have
and
in
the cow
the pot?
I had
Sorry.
I had I had eight. No, no, I had eight ears of corn growing in that thing, and then I
Mm,
had four cowpea plants with it,
Okay.
and then I had okra in there. So I kind of did the Three Sisters method, and they all just
Mhm.
climbed up each other, and that was like
Uh,
the best garden season I had was growing that stuff like that way.
yeah,
And then
this
of
is
course the
gonna be
next year
my
I decided to
biggest
be fancy and grow just
beans season
garlic.
ever. Lord willing.
I bet it will be as long as the weather doesn't. If the weather cooperates, I'm gonna have a real good season, I believe, because I've got
Right.
everything set up. You know what I mean? Everything's good to
Yeah.
go. I just gotta have
I just took
cooperation
my
from
rain
Mother
barrel out
Nature.
because it's been raining for a while. So I'm like, let me catch some of this good rainwater. So I set my rain barrel up.
Oh yeah.
you got snow
All these
still, G
supposedly had a
Mo?
rain barrel on sale.
Nope, it melted. I think it ain't snow. It ain't snow here since last week. We just getting into the
Mike?
60s
I had
though.
like
We get in the
I
40s
had
and the
2 inches of
50s.
snow. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, no, no. I was just gonna say I had 2 inches of snow this morning. It snowed like it was 40 degrees. It was 50 degrees on Thursday, and 40 degrees Friday, and then Friday night into this morning, Saturday, it snowed 2 inches, and then it heated back up to like 45, and so now it's all melted. There's like a few spots left, and then tomorrow is going to be 65.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got a
It's just
lot of
all
the
over.
snow.
weather is bugging out.
I got a lot of snow.
Yeah, I
I
saw
got
that snow you were shoveling.
Right.
I got about 4 feet I got about 4 feet of snow.
Yikes.
At least 4 feet of snow around me. Yeah, it's
Ours
yeah.
is melted. And I must say, I'm
I
glad
can
to
still
see it go.
there's still snow in the shade. I still have snow
Hmm?
piles in the shade. I'm looking out right now at my cameras. And there's still snow in the shadier spots. But tomorrow, hopefully, the heat will. I don't know why I'm saying hopefully because what's going to happen is April when we get like a 4 foot snowstorm.
Right. I'm just hoping it stay above 30 degrees. Like, I don't care how much it snow, just stay above 30 degrees.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't want no more of that cold. It was negative. Like it was -16 last week.
Ugh.
I don't want to
Wow.
do that this week.
Yeah, right.
But see, you know why I didn't have the reason why I didn't have hardly any snow this winter is because I
Why?
bought a
Mm.
whole bunch of equipment. When you buy snow shovels and snow plows and all that stuff, it won't snow.
Mm.
Right. Because you be
The universe
ready.
is laughing at you. Right? I'm ready. I got like I bought all kinds of like equipment to like do all kinds of things, and what happened? No snow. And I'm like, I'm gonna save my back.
Mm.
I was so proud of myself. I'm like, I'm gonna save my back. I bought stuff during the summertime when it was things everything was on sale. So I was like, I'm ready. Go ahead, snow, bring it. And of course, didn't happen.
Mhm, mhm.
So we'll see
Y'all on
what's
the
gonna happen
same.
this spring because I messed up and bought a tiller. I bought a really nice super tiller, and so I'm gonna like till up everything and put new fencing around it and all that stuff. But we'll see.
Mm,
See if
mhm,
nature laughs at me
mhm,
again for being over prepared.
mhm. You got snow, Ro?
No, it's all melted.
Mm, man,
Dang,
I got
16
a
degrees
long
now.
time before I'm able to do anything out there. Man, my zone 4 hits different. Oh man.
Yes, it is.
But I was colder than you for most of the winter. Every time we do a weather comparison, I was colder until now. Now you're getting the bad cold.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm championship in it for no reason. I ain't even want to be in the competition. I wanted to be warmer, a lot warmer. But we're gonna have the snow plows out tonight because it snowed that much that it's pretty bad out there. Yeah, we had all kinds of accidents on the highways and stuff. A couple people showed their video, their dash cam of people about to, wipe out there. It's pretty gnarly out there. Yeah. Yep, yep,
So
yep.
just think, it's 32 degrees right now, and then like 12 hours from now, it's going to be 65, 66.
Mm.
So it's going to be crazy windy.
Hmm.
But I'll take 32. See, but again, it's going to be 65, and it's going to be so tempting to get out there and mess around in the garden, and that soil is going to be rock hard frozen, and it's going to be rock hard frozen until after like mid-May. So I just have to sit outside with the squirrels and hope
I
for
went out there and moved some of my
them.
pots around and picked up a little bit.
Hey, LP.
Hmm. Hey, there, LP.
Hey,
Jane already dropped your tip for you, GT.
Oh, she did.
Yeah,
Um.
said it's 16 degrees.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 16.
Okay, okay. Yeah, the humidity is 79. We've had a lot of snow today. A lot of snow. It's been snowing all day.
mm,
We're glad that it
Wow.
stopped. Yeah.
right.
I got to go do the neighbors. My son got to do ours. I already did ours, but he's gonna take the snow off. I'm gonna take the snow off the roof, and then we're gonna clear the deck off. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. So I got other things that I got to do after this.
That
Yeah, I think in
is
90 or
right.
in 2023, 2020, I had to do the roof rake. That was a bad winter. That we had like I think we had like 15 feet total.
Oh
That was
wow.
15
like not a
feet?
great. That was that. Yeah, it was like that one winter. It was like it was burying people's houses.
Yeah, that's a
Mm,
lot. The most we've ever had was like 7 feet, and that was like 2, 3 years ago, and it was a lot. It was a lot. That was our record. Yeah, I think that was 2 years ago. That was a lot of snow.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so because I'm in the city,
I
they
remember
had to
folks
like
giving me
basically
like,
they had a convoy of trucks. It was kind of cool to see. They had a convoy of trucks come by, and then they would dump the snow into the back of the trucks
oh,
and then
LG.
cart them off. But then the bad thing is they dumped them down in the Mississippi River, and so of course when it all thawed, all the people down south got flooded.
Mm.
That
Yeah,
wasn't cool.
Yeah.
we have a machine that shoots out the snow. Some kind of snow plow, and it shoots it into these dump trucks, and they have like
Yeah,
six to eight dump trucks beside, and they'll just fill them up, and then they'll take them to a place, and then that snow will be there until until it's about to snow again. It'll melt because we're in the 70s, but yeah, um, the trucks are going to be out tonight. They have to at least to plow the
right.
roads, and some of the questions that I researched on um just on the web, I asked 50 questions that people are asking about hydroponics. One of the questions was, "What is hydroponics?" And it's their description. It is a method of growing plants in a water-based, nutrient-rich solution without using soil. So that is the definition of hydroponics. Let's see the chat. Okay, LP said I can't help it. I dropped spinach, lettuce, and carrots in my Uber. What's your temperature over there, LP?
That's kind of. I'm lucky that I have enough seeds, so I probably will fall for it too. Where, but it's not going to be a big risk, because normally I don't bother trying to grow like spring crops because I would just go right to my summer crops. I only got what 3 months, 4 months maximum to grow. But I'm
Mm.
thinking I might try to sneak in March or whatever in some pots that I put fresh soil in, so the soil will be warm, and then I'll just cover it with like 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 a clear storage tote or whatever to make like a mini greenhouse. I'm gonna try to make mini greenhouses in my garden to try to
Mhm.
sneak in some earlier things like spinach, what else, kale, stuff like that. Peas. So can hopefully get some early crops in because I do want to do like I want to go outside. I want to be like I'm hungry. I want a salad. I want to go outside. I want to get some lettuce. I want to get some spinach. I want to get some kale. Get some onion and
Right.
make myself some food. That way, just when I'm hungry, just go outside and do that, as opposed to like I'm hungry. What can
That's
I order from the
probably more
store or
sufficient.
delivery?
That
Right.
part. Yeah, I ordered about 250 onion starts from Dixondale. I got 5 different varieties, and I think they come in groups of 50 to 75. So
Oh wow.
I'm gonna have a good number of onions this year. I hope that I do it better than I did last year. Last year sucked. I didn't. I had too many projects going on. But I'm just going. If I had to take a day off, then I'm gonna take a day off. I've done that before. Take a day off and just garden. Um,
Mhm.
it's more. It
Right.
sometimes you need those because you know life can bog you down. Life can really hit you. So yeah, I'm
Mm.
definitely gonna take some of that time. Um, rain today, so dropping carrot seeds tonight. Sweet time. I really want to grow beets. I've grown one successful beet, maybe two successful beet, but I want to grow beets. I know they say they taste bad, but they seem like they're good for the body.
Not all beets taste bad, just like not all radishes taste bad. It just
Right.
depends on your taste buds.
If they all taste like dirt, oh no,
They all don't
oh
taste
no,
like dirt.
they all don't taste like dirt. Okay,
No.
okay.
Well, I'm gonna
Some
find
maybe
out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
taste
find
like
like
grass.
I got 50, I got like
huh?
50 varieties. Every one I've ever grown so far tastes like dirt. Even the sweet one, even the sugar beet tastes like dirt until I cooked it. Then it tastes
What?
like candy. It tastes like
Mm.
dirt and like what was that? The sweetener release, the saccharin. It tasted gross raw, but once I cooked it, then it was like delicious.
Yeah, it's different when you add seasoning.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, that's
season
what
make a
Humphrey
lot
said.
of
All
stuff
tastes
taste
like
better.
dirt.
You say what?
Humphrey said they taste like dirt. All of them. No escape. I'm gonna find out though. I got some really weird ones like from all foreign countries and stuff that I want to try and see if they taste, not like dirt.
Matthew Irvin, hey there. This is a live. Nope, not a video. We just talking. So yeah, I'm not in the chat.
My
Like I told
internet
you,
is
he was.
acting up.
hmm Oh, I'm about to get out of here pretty soon because I got to go put the chickens away. I did not know it was this late. I am so
Oh wow,
grateful that
we been going. Okay.
yeah, we did very very good. We really didn't even talk about hydroponics that much. I had fun though.
Yeah, it
I'm
was fun.
sorry. I really had a good time. Um, and
Oh,
hopefully
that's all we need.
the next time we talk about hydroponics a little bit more. But I had a great time. We're gonna give it, probably another 10 minutes, let it just die down organically. And yeah, but I've had a great time. There's a lot of things that I've actually put out. I'm gonna go grab me some coffee, and I'm gonna get to planting a lot. I'm gonna use this since I got a good 4 or 5 hours of sleep today. I'm talking I was knocked out. Yeah,
That's a good
so
nap.
yeah, it was a good nap. And my wife said, "You
If I
slept
nap
good,
more
huh?"
than
I'm
an
like,
hour,
"Yeah." I was
if I nap more than an
tired,
hour, I feel like I'm
man.
drunk.
Yeah,
I
that's how
call
I've
it
been
sleep,
the last
sleep
three
drunk.
days
Yeah, it's
though.
like sleep drunk.
The last 3 days I ain't been getting enough. So today my body said, "Go ahead, and lay it down real quick." I said, "All right, then."
Oh yeah,
And that's
your
what I
body will
did.
tell you
I
to
woke up.
lay down.
Yeah, it was like, yeah. Like I just woke up an hour and 30 minutes before I started the live. Yeah, I done went in. Yeah, I was tired. Since like 11, no, about 10 some this morning. I was knocked out. I ate that that Cinnabon. Oh, yeah, I was tired.
Mm.
That Cinnabon was so good
Speaking of
too.
which, I think I'll go give me a snack.
Yeah, I just had me two peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That was good. I ain't had
Mm.
those in so long. That was good.
Right?
I'm so happy. So happy. I'm
One
not
of my
buying that bread no
grandbabies hit
more.
me with the who eats chocolate peanut butter? I do.
I mean, my son. I told him. He said he came up about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Hey, Dad, what can I have for lunch? What you mean? Oh, ain't then I said what? And so I'm thinking to myself, like I made wings last night. I made probably There's probably like
Mm.
60 wings, and then the little part that people don't eat. You know what I'm talking about? That one little part. You have the drumstick, then you have the wing thing, and then you have that little piece. I love the
Right?
little thing or whatever because
Yeah,
it's a
it's a little
lot of meat
piece.
in those little crevices, so I eat that. But then I told him this, Dad. 2 days ago I made. orange chicken, and there's rice to go with that, and there's frozen. I have like two different types of frozen meals. There's chimichangas in the freezer, and there's those some kind of Philly steaks down there too. So it was like, why are you asking me that? There's bread, there's noodles, there's what's those? We got canned goods and stuff. It's like what? I just walked away. Like what? What do you mean? Oh, there's nothing available. What? Walked away. They got popcorn. There's plenty of options. What you
They
mean?
said you want me to cook it and feed it to you too.
Choo choo
If you
train.
wouldn't mind,
No.
that's probably what he'll say. If it's not too much to ask for, well, if you don't go sit down somewhere, you done sat down for the last day and a half? No. No, sir. I'm really
Yeah, I need
hoping
to make
this
some.
Roselle pops up. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh no, I was just you just reminded me. I need to get some rice cooking. My wife wanted some. Need to make some Chinese food when she gets home from work, and I do not cook the rice.
Yikes.
Mm. Yeah, I use a rice cooker, but I should use just the. I didn't have to buy that. I should have just used the Instapot. Yeah, the
Hmm.
Instapot does rice too, from what my daddy said. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like my rice
Very
cooker. My
well.
dedicated rice cooker does one thing perfectly. It makes perfect rice.
Yeah, that's the part that I like. That's what I used.
Right.
That's exactly what I
Well
used.
worth the money. Right.
Mm. And mine was on sale too, so it was like $12, something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, we don't eat.
Well,
We don't make
remember
no
when?
more than two cups.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Remember when Best Buy used to have the deal of the day? They stopped doing that like 4 years ago. I'm so mad about that. I used to get like all my
Yeah.
stuff that way, like my Instapot and all that stuff was like
Mhm.
super cheap. It would be the Best
Mhm.
Buy deal of the day, and then I always had my Best Buy rewards points or whatever, so I got it for like $10. And it's like $150 Instapot, but
Oh
they
wow.
quit doing that. You know, like I think after the you know what, they decided they could be greedy and not do any more deals. It's kind of sad.
I suck at onions from set. What are the varieties, Kanisha Glover, that I got? I got um purple. I got a purple one. I got uh most of mine are storage onions that I got from um Dixondale. I don't even know where did I put that? I was looking at it because I wanted some. I had ordered what is it called? Egyptian walking onions. And Egyptian walking onions. I thought it was the onion bulbs. They sent me seeds. I'm like, y'all wrong for this.
Wait, they don't use
Seed? No, there is
K9
no seed.
seeds for walking
Thank
Oh, they
onions.
you.
robbed you. They
Exactly.
robbed you. Oh,
Heck
And then they sent them
no.
to the wrong
I still,
house.
Oh wow, they was trying to get down,
you
down.
know, I still got like 20 bulbs for you, GT. I'm really sending them. I'm just waiting for it to warm up.
Right, I
They
got
still got green in them.
sweet onions for days out there. I can't believe that. Oh, that ticks me off.
Trust me.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
was
some
just gonna
kind of
wait till
way.
it was more
And
spring.
it states what I didn't read the direction. I mean, I didn't read the seed pack or the
Mhm.
advertisement for it. I seen Egyptian onions, and I thought it would come like real Egyptian onions. And
Right.
when I get
Right.
when I get
Saying,
it, it's
oh,
this little bitty packet. I'm like, what is this? And it says
oh,
Egyptian onion seeds. I'm like, you got to be joking with me.
mm-mm,
You got to be
mm-mm.
joking. So I went back to the thing, and it says that, and I'm like, wow, they got me. They got me.
Dang.
You sent me regular onions. That's what you
Gotta
did.
read
You
the
sent me
fine
regular
print
onions. Yeah, that was
on
my
some of
fault there.
these places.
Yeah, I was just waiting for it to
That's
warm up there. If you want me to send them to you, I can send them to you now.
No,
So I'm
I'll
gonna wait
wait.
till the snow.
I'll wait.
Okay. Yeah, I got
mm,
Yeah,
like
I'll
I
wait.
got two tons of walking onions.
yeah, I keep walking
I, w-
onions.
I need them.
I
I
love
want
it.
a perennial onion that I don't have to plant every year. And we do have perennial onions. They said that there's a perennial sorrel for this area too. So there's a lot of
Oh,
research
really?
that I have to do. Yeah, I'm in zone four. So there are roses that come back every year, but
Mhm.
I want to know this sorrel that is perennial. I had printed off this. There's this lady that's on Facebook, and she's done a lot of experience, so she'll lend from her experience
I wonder
what
if
she
they
has.
talking about the leafy green because there's a leafy green or red
Oh
vein.
man,
Yeah, so they might be talking about that.
yeah, I was. I guess I had my fingers crossed that they were talking about real sorrel.
Yeah, no, I used to get that confused too. I'm like, what? So yeah, you got to say the specific, either Jamaican sorrel or green or red vein sorrel,
Hmm.
because they're all different plants.
So yeah, next time GT sign up
Mhm.
for the MI Gardner email. They sell walking onions, cheap,
Oh, I
like
am on it.
$2. Okay,
I
yeah, that's
will
where I got
get to
mine from.
last year. Last year, I was fighting temptations a little bit around then. It's like,
You can
yeah, I'm
say
not gonna
that
buy
again,
these,
LP.
but now I'm not fighting temptation. I'm trying to establish a garden that will come back every year.
Same.
Yeah.
Red leaf sorrel is unkillable. What?
Ooh,
Okay.
I did. I just ripped it out.
So did I.
That's different, G Mama.
I am sorry, but I did. I was like, I am not finna eat this. You
I
got
didn't
to
like it
go.
either.
Why is it so? It's
Oh,
worse than arugula. Now I can eat
It,
some arugula,
I
but
love
that
arugula.
red
oh,
sorrel, I can't do it.
Is it that
I got
bad?
I got sorrel I got sorrel
Yes.
confused with what's that episote, and I thought I'm like, oh, I'm gonna eat some of this on my salad. Epizote tastes like gasoline that's been on fire. It's just nasty. I
Are
don't know
you
how people freaking love
serious?
that. Oh, it's one
Oh
of the
wow.
worst tasting
Pick
and
up. I
smelling
had
things I've
that.
ever had.
Is that lettuce or something? It's like a lettuce.
Yeah, it's
I
like an
thought
herb,
everybody was
and
into cilantro.
Really?
well, it goes into like Mexican cooking, and it
Yeah.
literally smells and tastes like gasoline. It's terrible.
Oh no. See, I can't even
I
do
know what
that.
you're
It's like
talking about.
an acquired taste. But no,
The
it's like I love cilantro.
Fire a long time
Cilantro's
to get
good.
used to a
now is it worse than Malabar spinach?
See, Malabar
no.
spinach tastes fine. It's just that
Yeah, I
mucilagenic,
kind of like about
that
spinach red
slime I don't
anyway.
like.
It's
I'm gonna grow
mucilaginous.
it again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna grow it
it
again.
just
I want to remember the
yeah,
taste.
that's one of the things you gotta eat it and then you gotta taste it a different way. Put some seasoning on it. Don't just walk up and try to be eating it right off the plant.
Mm. LP.
Well, Bob
Yes,
Barnes
I
says
started
she
my
for
peppers.
some seeds.
Everybody should probably start their peppers right about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I
Yeah,
think it's about 4 to 6. What is it? 6 to 8 weeks before your planting season. So mine's is my sweet peppers are the beginning of March. My hot peppers were the beginning of February. So that's my schedule with peppers. So everybody should have done started their peppers by now if they want to produce. Well, let me not say everybody
well,
because
right.
um,
I typically wait
everybody.
till April.
Yeah, my zone my zone doesn't allow me to play around. I have to be ready in June, July. I have to have plants that are ready to go ahead to the fruiting cycle because it's
Right.
over
Right.
like that. I got 4 real months to actually monopolize off of it. If I don't, then I'm gonna have to throw covers up, do something tricky to make them dance. And so
Right.
I've
Yeah, you
definitely
got to
started my peppers. I definitely don't. I don't. I want bell peppers more than I want hot peppers, but I definitely want bell peppers, and I want a lot of them.
Hmm.
Yes, I do.
See, there's so many good tasting peppers like leisure pepper and all those. I don't find the point of bell peppers because they're like so flavorless to me.
Right.
It's like crunchy water. So I want like peppers that like have a pack, like an impact to the flavor of them. It doesn't have to
Okay,
be
so
heat, but it has to have a strong taste, of
I only
pepper.
right,
grow one hot pepper, and that's the purple cayenne. All the rest of them are
sure.
sweet.
When I say bell pepper, I'm speaking of just sweet peppers in general. So, like
Hmm.
Mike
Okay.
said, the
Right.
the leisure, the lipstick, all of those peppers. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
those. But my wife, she only likes the green one, but she's never had any other kind.
Is the
When she
lipstick
had the
hot?
red one, no,
No, lipstick
no.
is lipstick is sweeter than leisure. Leisure tastes like a hot pepper with no heat. Leisure has that hot taste, that good flavor, but no heat.
Right.
Lipstick is actually
Okay.
sweet, sweet,
Okay.
in my
Hmm.
opinion.
Hello, Bar Brownlee.
Yeah.
Bar Brownlee said, "What walking onion seeds?" Had a farmer's wife who gave me some many, many years ago. I have them come up every year in the early spring, multiplies tremendously. Well, we don't see what they do because I got them. Let me see.
Yeah, I mean, you can try them.
Mike, you see
I
LP's
just,
question?
oh, how behind? Like to send seeds. Oh, you can send me seeds anytime. The cattail. Kitty. Aw, I
Mhm.
like looking at the cat. But yeah, anytime is fine. It's just when people try to send me like I received fig cuttings and it was like negative 20 degrees and they sat outside and so they're not with us anymore.
uh,
I was like, oh,
Sorry,
I tried. I tried so
right,
hard to save those fig cuttings.
right.
No,
I
this
just
is
got
from
me
two
some
different
more in
people,
the mail.
GT.
I sent you some too.
Yeah, I got some from you. I got some from some hands in the dirt, and I have managed to unalive all of them. It's kind of a bummer. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
because I want to, grow them up and put them outside.
Hmm.
My goal was is I want to because even Chicago hardy is not hardy to Minnesota or Alaska, and my goal is to figure out a way to acclimate them to where they so that they are. Which is going to take a lot of work, a lot of babying, like in the fall, pile them up with leaves and all that, cut them back, maybe put blankets
I've
over them
been
or something.
using
I don't know.
burlap.
There's got to be a way.
Burlaps work good.
Burlap, yeah.
Wrapping up the pot. My figs come back. They back right now. I was like, yeah, tea. I am happy.
Nice.
But see, the thing about um zones, what my interpretation is, my zone 4 hits different because I longevity of cold is here. Is and the ground is frozen solid, it's permafrost. There's no ands,
Right.
this, or but about it. So it
Right.
hits different. Um, like cold chill hours, that's a number set of hours that that plant needs. It gets so much chill time here that they sell the one that Mike named, but it doesn't survive here. It doesn't.
Right.
Now with all the implements that he said about cutting it down, the mulching it very heavy and whatever, I don't know if that will work. But I know that that ground underneath is frozen solid. You can't get a pick, a axe, or anything under there unless you generate heat in that specific area. So
Right. That's a lot of
it
work.
hits different here. It hits different here.
But you do have the greenhouse, so maybe that'll, even though it's not going to stop it from getting cold in that greenhouse without heat, it maybe insulated enough to, if you do the burlap and stuff, and then keep it in the green, but then it's not in the ground. So I don't
Yeah, I'm
know.
gonna figure it out. I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
use the greenhouse to this full potential, and I put a post out of um, My Wally World has the um, hey baby, my Wally World has the grapes. I bought them. I bought the grapes. The grape tree. They had two of them, two different
I
kinds.
see another
So
great.
I had to. They was $9 a piece,
Oh yeah, I would
$9.99 a
have got
piece. Yeah,
that. Yeah, I would have got that.
they're rated for zone. Let me look again because they had a couple of other things. Um, Let me look real quick. The grape that I got is the King of the North.
Oh
All
yeah,
right, I
that's a
bought it
good one.
last year.
I'm
This
hoping
is
mine.
rated.
That's.
Yeah, this is zone 4.
Mhm.
I got two of those, and I have two of the um Edwise or something like that. It is rated for zone 4 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. So
Mhm.
those are the two types of grapes that I purchased. I mean, it was $10. I got a place
Oh
that I'm gonna
yeah.
put it at, so I'm gonna grow it indoors until it's time. I'm gonna put it around a cover around it some kind of way because that wind, keep that wind off of it, and I'm gonna grow it. So,
Mhm.
yeah, gardening is it's getting to a point where we should view it as it's gonna become a necessity.
Oh
So
sorry.
grow as
Right.
much as you can when you can. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing this. And I hope to be able to share this with everyone that is here. Um, I wish I knew the name of the onions that I got from Dixonell, but most of mine are 8 months storage, purple,
Hmm.
and I can't remember. It's a purple one. I remember that. And, yeah, I got four or
Tomatoes, you
five,
mean?
four to
Deep storage?
onions,
Oh,
onions,
onions. I was
onions
like,
from
wait a minute.
Dixondale.
Don't sometimes.
Yeah, so they're gonna send them to me in April. So next month, wait, March, April. Yeah, they'll be sending me them next month. I think the last week of April they send them to me, and I'm planning those out. I want a lot of onions this year.
Wow, a $10 elderberry airfit.
Yeah, GT showed Wally World had like a big thing of trees or whatever, and he was saying I must resist. I would not have resisted. I would have bought a bunch for $10.
That's why I'm staying at home because yeah, I'd be broke. They'd have all my
And I don't even have
coins.
room.
That's
I
what
have
I'm
zero
saying.
room
I
to
ain't got
grow
no
any.
room
I
either.
have zero room to grow any kind of tree, but I know I'd still buy them.
I be like, no, where I finna
It's a
put this
grape, y'all.
apple, grape,
It's a
blueberry?
grape, y'all.
It was on
A grape,
sale
and yes, it is. I'm sorry. When perennial
though.
plants, I have to have them. These are the least effort I have to put into the garden. The least
Right.
effort. So I have to get it. I had to. The thing about it is they're seedless. I don't like that. I really don't like that. But
You
I don't
said
know
you
if
don't
there's a
like that
seeded
what?
option. They're seedless.
Oh, seedless. King of the North is not seedless.
It's not?
No, it's got seeds.
What? Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Now one of these is seedless though.
The
Wait a
elder
minute.
Hmm.
wise.
Okay. I'm like,
I know
Matter of
one
fact,
of
I
them they
think
make ice cream with.
probably the elder
um,
wise. Because the King of the North is like a old backyard grape when you used to go in the backyard and you see the grapes in the backyard.
mm,
Because that's the one I used to grow.
Hmm.
That one in the Catawba.
Well, I'm gonna look them both up. I thought for sure both of them was seedless, and I didn't want it, but I'm like, if I don't, then I'm just gonna be purchasing grapes from the store. So I might as
Right.
well get the one that's not the most desirable.
Right.
It's either pick from the two evils: grocery store or grow your own. So yeah.
All right, y'all. I gotta run. My wife is about to pull into the garage.
Okay, you have a good one, man. I appreciate you.
Gotta see her.
So we're gonna
All
call
right.
it a 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We're gonna get up out of here. Um,
Yeah, it was fun.
See you later, Mike.
yes, I
Bye.
appreciate you, Mike. Have a good one, man.
Take care,
Yeah,
everybody.
so we're gonna get out of here at
Oh, I didn't know
three
it was that
thirty.
late. Yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah, it
starting to
is. It's
see.
kind of late. Yeah. Let me see. Four Seas Garden said I started my hot and sweet peppers this week, but I started in hydroponics, so I have 2 weeks head start. Yes, there is an advantage to growing hydroponics. Sometimes you eat that back up when you put them in soil or you do the transition, that transition shock. So that yeah. So it balances out. Ada LGG. Hope all is well. Um, I was going to start at mid-February, but I thought, nah, that's too early. Then I said March 1st. I started 10 varieties today. Yes, I'm going to start. I have about 14 different eggplant varieties. So I'm going to start a few of those today. And I'm going to start that orange hat and a couple of other seeds today. I have an itch and I have hours. Wait a minute, my chickens go to sleep in a few. I gotta put my chickens up. Yeah, yeah, I surely do. Let me see. Herman Herman Jr. said they started in December. Herman Jr. What zone are you in? It says B4.
Oh, it is daylight savings time, so we go back.
Forward.
Oh, we go forward. Oh, spring forward. Yeah, fall back. All right. Oh no, so
Kanisha
it's
said they
actually
like the
1 o'clock. Yeah.
we got about two and a half minutes. Um, Kanisha said they started the Zulu peppers. Yeah, I haven't heard good things about that Zulu pepper. They said it's not that great, but I'm willing to try it. I like to ask to see how behind to see if it's too late to send.
I got a cough, y'all. Sorry.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
Yes, the LP, the Leisure is thick wall and sweet. I haven't tasted it. I want to.
Yeah, I haven't tasted it yet either. I'm growing it though.
Yeah, I got them started. Started. Yes, yes,
That and
yes.
that doggone habanada never did nothing. Like it didn't have nothing. All
I
it did
I,
was
I
make me
tasted one of
sick.
those.
Like what is growing on?
Yeah, I got mine to fruit.
Forward to
I got a
that.
few of them. I got a few of them.
I think maybe start some OCs because
Yeah, I
that
want
was
to grow
just.
the fish pepper.
Oh,
The
I grew
the
those.
variegation of the leaves. That's what I want. That's what got me. The
Peppers are
variegation
good
of the leaves.
too.
Aren't they beautiful? Oh,
Yeah. What's up,
Hmm.
son? One more line. All
I did a short eating that pepper.
right. You stand right in the back. All right. Let me get to my. Yeah, the Jimmy Nardello. I haven't tasted one of those either. I've grown
Yeah,
them,
I've been
but
hearing a lot of people talk about that pepper.
yeah, but it seems like yeah, seems like it's a pretty good one. Take cuttings of the figs. Yeah. Hmm. So I'm just addressing the people. Yes, GT Journey, the longevity is a deal breaker. Yeah. Yep. 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 Just answering these questions before we get up out of here. Cato Family Farm, hey there, how are you? Thank you for coming through. About to get up out of here. We
Good
had a
night,
good
everyone.
conversation. You have thought of heated flooring to accommodate plant heating options. Yeah, I thought about everything. I think Cassie's 55 had sent me, God bless you, had
Thank
sent
you.
me a link to a foreign place where they actually they figured out how to actually keep it to where a plant could stay, you can raise your plants grow zone basically by a couple of zones. He did a lot of different things, but yes, I have been looking, but it takes time to do these things if I can't pay somebody to do them. Let me see. We're gonna address these last few comments. Wondering if I grew it with a raised bed. Maybe has low volume above ground level. That's easier to protect. Okay. Everybody's speaking. Um,
Please
they
quit.
got the seeds from. I have a greenhouse and heated with a diesel heater. I've heard about those diesel heaters. Keep on sticking your big head in the
Wow.
way, boy. You good, man. Um, I had no idea grapes could grow in that low of a zone. Yeah, Kenisha, I didn't know either.
Oh
I
God.
accidentally saw it
So
at Wally World.
crazy.
Like, yeah, I had to get some of those $10 elderberries and $10 fig. Yup.
Now I see why I'm
All right.
sneezing. My fire is out of water. That is crazy.
Mm. Oh, yeah, humidifiers out of water, you said?
Yeah.
Will I do a video on planting them? I might can do a video planting them. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing, Tanisha, when it comes down to the grapes. I don't know. I'm just gonna try it. If it don't work this year, I'll try it again. So I can show, but I
That
don't know.
part.
That's all I'm saying.
Try again.
Okay. All right. Egyptian walking onion, they are out of this world. Yes, Egyptian walking onion will add a lot of zest to the salads and stuff, so I will be implementing that. The
I like them.
Reliance grape is seedless. Okay, okay. Yeah, I really didn't want seedless because grape seeds have a lot of potential health benefits, they say. So yeah.
Yes.
I just bought sweet snacking peppers from the store. Got home and saw the bag said seedless. Yeah. Last year I noticed I noticed that peppers they had peppers that did not have seeds, and I was like, wow. So that was like,
Wow.
wow. Yeah, I didn't know they were gonna make it that far. We've come a long way, y'all. We're there now. Oh, hello, Janet Potter. Um, oh, you've been hanging out in the bushes. I appreciate your time. Thank you, FR, for coming through. Your eggplants didn't do well last year. LP, I've never had an eggplant, so we will see what's up. El Wanda, thank you. She said thank y'all for the live. At Spring Forward. Let me get put on here. Reminder. Okay, everybody's speaking. Everybody's saying good night. We're going to grow all the basil this year. I think I have a couple dozen varieties now. Yes, I got a couple of varieties. There's quite a few of them that are very I've never seen before. Yes. All right, shall we? I guess Baker has pepper seeds. 20% off. Oh, that's right then, huh? I got mine. I don't need to buy. I got a book full of just straight pepper seeds. Thank you, growing what I eat for your time, man. You have 14 varieties of basil row. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-mm.
Thank everybody for coming.
Yes, thank y'all. Y'all have a good one. Thank you for your time. If you're on a replay, thank you. And if you made it this far, thumbs up. All right, then, like I always say, y'all trust the process, and we out.
Peace.
Bye.